the now and here. Gaming tales you need to hear. Laugh and shout and sometimes sneer. Memories from all those years. Console wars and secret tips. Tips and tricks from pixel trips. News that pours from gaming sips. Critical minds and candid lips. And Generation X gaming show. Tune in where the thoughts flow. Rant and rave with words that glow. Weekly stories make them go.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another week, another episode of Generation X Gaming, the weekly podcast that goes over a few of the top stories in the past week, and we rant along the way. I'm your host, 30 and Still Gaming, and join me each and every single week is Sarge McCluskey. What's going on, bro?
What a week. What a week.
Yeah, that crazy Uncle Nintendo. I don't have the soundbite.
Woo-hoo,
I saw Quest in chat. Actually, I think I can still play it. I don't know if it'll pick it up, though. Hold on, let me see.
I mean, all we have to do is the hoo. Then we all know what it is.
Let me say. Can you guys hear that? I don't think you guys can hear that. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can hear that. Let me say. No, I don't think you can hear that. No. So I'll have to bring it in. We would bust it today because there's so much Nintendo. There's so much Nintendo news that came out.
He went full retard, bro.
Yeah.
Like, Uncle Nintendo went full
crazy
retard.
Uncle Nintendo. You invited him to Thanksgiving, and he was like, I'm going to charge $80, $90 for my game. Like, what? Whoa, Uncle Nintendo, what are you doing? I'm going to charge everything. I'm going to subscription model. I'm going to charge for your upgraded games.
I'm charging you for the how to do your games. They're even charging you for the thing to how your Switch works.
I'm going to sell you a
instruction
physical digital game. Like, what? What's happening?
Like,
right, so
you say it straight face, and then people on the internet talk about it, and then nobody says it like they're crazy. They just say it like it's some kind of, like you're talking about bread. Did you hear about that bread? You're like, we're not talking about bread, bro. They're talking about selling you a physical digital game for $20 or sorry, $10 more.
Well, $20 more than 70. Yeah, it was. Yeah,
$20 more than a normal game.
Disc is $90.
Why?
Yeah.
It's
crazy Uncle Nintendo. Woohoo! That's why
you're charging me for a digital game, but the physical game, but it's actually digital. Makes no sense, bro. Yeah, they're off the reservation, man.
So on today's show, chat, we're gonna be talking about Nintendo, I mean, Ubisoft, Minecraft movie comes out. It came out today, Sarge, for the reviewers and stuff. Showing's actually right now.
Yeah,
the opening night showing is happening right now, and opening day is tomorrow.
Yeah, but no kids. Though. You have to wait till after the weekend. You can't really talk about opening weekend for a kid movie until after the kids have seen it.
We're gonna do something near the end of the show. We're gonna open up Rotten Tomatoes, and we're gonna read the reviews of a couple reviews of Minecraft just to see where it's at.
Bro, the reviewers aren't going to like it. It's not for them. It's for children.
We're still going to do it because of content.
It's for children.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not for children. Because if it was for children, they would have made a Minecraft movie. There's no Minecraft in this Minecraft movie.
It's Corpo, bro.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about Battlefield. Did you know Battle Royale, Battlefield, Sarge? I know you're excited for Battlefield, Battle Royale. I know you are. Look at you. You can chat. Can you see the excitement in Sarge's face for Battlefield Battle Royale? Look at it. He's excited. I can't wait for it. There also might be another game coming from EA, Sarge. We'll talk about that as well. If you guys like what we do here, we do this Monday. No, we don't do this through Monday. We do this Thursday nights, 8 p.m. I'm in morning show mode here. We do this podcast 8 p.m. on Thursday nights. If you like it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you'd like to go above and beyond that, become a member as little as $5. You can also listen to us after the fact right here on 30NSG, or you can go to iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Anchor.fm, and anywhere else you can hear a podcast for your ear holes. So make sure, if you do listen to us, right, help us. We're climbing the charts over there on the audio side.
In the Philippines.
Well, everywhere, actually. But leave a comment. review it. Review the podcast over on any of those podcast sites, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, wherever you listen to. Leave a little review. It helps us out over there.
I want to do my imitation of the grandparents talking to my nephew on the cell phone.
Okay. Let's see this recreation. Yeah. Yeah. That's a little too low. No, too high. Too high. You have to just the forehead. We can't even see eyes. Yeah, just the forehead.
All right, this is how my parents talk to my nephew on the video phone.
Every time I see him on video chat, that's what it is. It's constantly.
This is how they're looking into the camera on their phone.
Can you guys see
though.
me? Yeah.
This is how they look.
Well, I can't tell. I can't tell if I'm on camera.
If I wear a green shirt, am I just going to be a head on the screen?
Yes, that's how green screens work, Sarge.
Oh, bro, can I wear the green shirt?
Yeah, but you don't use the green. We don't use green screen here. Like you have a green screen, but we never use the chroma key out.
So wait, online you see my green screen the whole time?
Yes.
Why didn't you tell me that? I would have put something on there.
I've told you that for 8 years. 8 years. Sarge, did you drink a little bit tonight before the show?
Of course, I was out to dinner for.
Sarge took my mom out for her birthday. This is why he's asking stupid questions. I can tell already. It's gonna be a good show, chat. It's gonna be a good show.
I mean, but if I put the green shirt on, I'm not gonna just be a head, right? It's gonna suck.
No, you're gonna be a guy in a green shirt with a green background. That's what you're gonna be.
That's not fun.
I mean, actually, go ahead. Why don't you go ahead and put on a green shirt?
But that's not fun. It's not gonna be just a head. The whole point was
we'll all laugh at it. We'll laugh at it.
That's right.
I think all the chat will laugh at it.
I'll plan better next time.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to what we've been playing. So let's get that going. All right, here we go. Sarge doesn't know he can't be seen on the screen either when he's dancing there. So Sarge on a week. Besides Split Fiction, because we'll get to that, what else have you been playing?
Nothing. I mean,
okay.
Nothing that you guys haven't heard me say already.
Okay. I've been playing a little bit of Adam Fall myself.
Oh, I played Adam Fall. I played Adam Fall. Yeah. I told you I was going to play Adam Fall. But see, I'm playing Adam Fall like it's a survival game.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
What I mean is, I play one life. I play one life.
You're playing on the hardest mode.
I'm not playing on the hardest mode. I play those kind of games as I.
If you die, you're dead.
Life. If I die, I start over.
Okay. So how far have you gotten?
The best I've done is 4 hours in.
Okay. I'm 15 hours in. I've died 100 times.
Some of those guys are crack shots, man.
Yeah, I've died 100 times at least. Okay. And when I'm going through, I fucked up big time. And I blame it on the devs, Sarge. I'm blaming it on the company because the devs said before the game came out, you can kill everybody in the game, right?
That's a lie.
Murder everybody in the game. Nope, it's not a lie. You can murder everyone in the game. It's just that they didn't tell you that they come back. But they also didn't tell you that the NPCs come back, but the traitors do not. Okay? So
that's not right.
I'm down 2 traitors, right? Because I killed them. But the NPCs come back, and they don't tell you every time you leave the board, and then you come back to that land, the NPCs just respond. Okay? So I've kind of messed up a little bit because in, what is it called? Wyndham Village, whatever the village is.
Yeah.
Okay? First thing I did when I got there, I wanted to see what would happen. So I was in a corner. No one could see me. And I snapped the guy's neck. Okay? No one could see me. And then all of a sudden I walked up to a guy and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I was like, how the fuck does he know what I just did? And everyone in chat's like, "Well, you're the only person here that's new and this person's dead." They didn't touch him. They don't know if he just had a heart attack and died or whatever.
I like how they always infer that the NPCs are much smarter than they are.
The NPCs,
as a reason why the game is broken.
The NPCs in times, they're awesome. And at the next moment, they're completely fucking stupid. Okay? So now I go into this village, and it took me 2 hours to go 20 feet because everybody in the town wants to kill me. And they can see you from like 3 football fields away, right? Like crack shots, right? All of a sudden, it's like, hey! And you're like, is he talking to me? I can't even see the guy, right? And they're after you. So I was like, I'm having fun, though. I'm having fun with the game, but I don't like the NPCs.
I'm dealing with the NPCs because NPCs in general just suck. What I don't like is the progression of what you believe the quest line is. Because the way it's coded is you're looking for a series of notes and stories that you pick up in the game to piece together yourself like you're a detective.
Correct.
Right?
Or you could just do stuff and pick up the stuff not knowing you're completing the stuff.
Right.
And when you find the note, it automatically completes.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't know that you're in the, like, I think like the way that they intended it to be, like, and I know once again, everybody plays games differently, but the way they intended it was that you would go pick up the note, read it, then understand the UI, go to the map, find the coordinates, mark it, and then go to that point.
You can't. This is a bad design. Okay, I like what they're trying to do because they put a bunch of notes around the world.
Sure.
But when you jump in, first thing you do, you're in an open world, and you're like, I'm gonna go this way. Okay, and you find a note, and then it's like, oh, whatever note they find, they're just gonna continue off that note and go. That's not how I play. I go, that's that note. I'll take this note. I'll take that note, and then I'm like, which one am I supposed to do first?
You have no idea.
I have no idea.
But that's why I say the very first one, you're supposed to mark it. You're supposed to mark it on the map. That's what it's supposed to be.
Sure.
I accidentally killed the guy inside the mine. I didn't know he was a traitor. I didn't know he was a friendly guy. I killed him accidentally. I knew I had
first.
Well, I knew. No, I didn't listen to him at all. I killed him from afar.
Oh.
My point is that I knew he had to be someone special because I had nothing. And then after killing him, I had a regular shotgun, not a rusty shotgun, and a metal detector.
You take all his stuff. Yeah,
that doesn't seem right. Like,
yeah,
nobody else has anything on them. Why does a metal detector and a real shotgun?
I just found my first real gun, not rusty, and I was like 14 hours in.
I found a sniper rifle.
That's what I found. I found a sniper, a real good sniper rifle. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, 2-tier, not 3. I think there's 4 levels of each gun. Can you craft guns?
I haven't figured a way to craft
guns. I haven't no, but what's the gun oil for?
I originally thought the gun oil was to make a rusty gun a better gun.
Okay.
That's my theory, but I haven't figured it out yet. The other theory I have is that depending on what zone you are, you should be using a different weapon so you don't waste your weapon.
Best weapon in the game is the bow and arrow because you can sneak around and every other shot you can get an arrow back. So if I can make arrows, that'd be great, but you can't. Z says 30 killed a guy with the good sticky grenades. What you gonna do? Well, as you're speaking as like Hulk, what you gonna do, brother? Basically, I found the plans, and now I can just make the sticky bombs. So I don't need the guy. So I killed him. I didn't know that.
You're talking about the
sticky grenades,
using the gunpowder and the tape and the thing to make the.
I thought
the sticky bomb thing was supposed to be used for the robots. Is what I thought because I figured you had to put it on the back. Is it? Because I can never. I can never.
3 of them.
3.
3.
That's worse than Big Daddy inside BioShock, bro.
Yeah, you have to use 3 grenades. Okay. Oh, I also found that houses with windows with glass in them, they cannot see you through the walls. You can stare at an NPC through the glass. They don't know that you're there. Okay. But if you go outside the front door, they know you're there. They're like, get him. Right. But if you go back in, they're like, where is he? I don't know where he is. So it's like blockaded. So like a building is a block, and however they program the NPCs, there's like a radius, but when it hits a building, it doesn't. But if there's an opening, like if the glass is broke, there's no glass there, they can see you, they'll come in and they'll shoot you and whatnot. But if there's glass on the building and you can see them through the glass, they cannot shoot you. It's like a force field.
I did notice that they do come through openings in walls and crawl underneath openings.
Yes. Yeah.
I do notice that. The outlaws run in packs though, man. They're wandering around like this giant parade all the time.
Yeah, there's like 6 to 7 guys. Yeah.
It's like, when do they ever go away? Like I've killed like 100 of them. They just keep coming back.
What's the price of that game? Because I'm playing on Game Pass. Is it a full-fledged $70 game? I don't think it's worth $70.
Is it a 60? Is it a $60 game?
If it's $70, I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah,
I think it's like a 50. It should be like a $50 game.
How much is Adamfall? You guys know? You guys looking on the store?
Yeah, I'll wait for chat. But I think if it's
60,
$50, it's Travis says 60. Eclipse says 50 on PC. I think it's a $50 game. If it's more than that,
I mean,
it's gonna be a week one sale.
Listen, with all the games coming out, I would just wait for the sale.
Yeah, unless you have Game Pass. If you have Game Pass,
we're not talking about Game Pass.
No, but I'm looking at different deals. If it's on Game Pass, I would say play it, give it a shot. If you're not, if you don't have Game Pass, if you're on PlayStation, if you're on whatever PC, I would wait till it to go on sale a little bit. Yeah,
wait for sale.
It's fun.
It is fun.
I like it.
But how many games are out there right now?
Yeah, there's other games that you can play that are better. Like the next game we're going to talk about, which is Split Fiction.
Oh, good segue, bro.
Right? Split Fiction.
Good segue.
After we got done with it last night, you guys can watch the playthrough. Okay, last night we had a 4-week playthrough. It didn't take us 4 weeks to beat it. It was just 3 hours of time, 3 to 4 hours. And we beat it last night. And let me tell you, man, holy Christ, this game is so good. Fundamentally, right? It's what we call, at least here in GXG, it's a fucking video game.
It's a real game.
It's an actual real game. They made a game and they sold that game. And it's amazing. It really is. I don't want to ruin for anybody if you haven't seen it or played it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad nobody's told us shit. I'm really happy.
Be very generalistic.
Nobody told us shit.
I'll be very general with it. It'll blow your mind what happens on the screen. Okay. And I'm not talking about story, like just fundamentally what's happening on the screen is so good. Graphically, it runs super smooth. We had one problem. It was like the first night. I think the first night we played at a boss fight. One of the mechanics, the boss was supposed to like throw something at you, wasn't showing up, and we had to like reset, go back on. Other than that, we didn't have any other problems, and it's a fantastic game. This is my game of the year. I don't think anything will beat this game, right? And there's a lot of games coming out this year: Death Stranding 2, Grand Theft Auto 6. I don't know, Ghost of Yotei, I think might be coming out later this year. Okay, like Monster Hunter Wilds is already out. Like this game, Split Fiction, hands down is the Astrobot of this year. It is such a good game.
Let's not use Astrobot as a
it won Game of the Year last year.
For political reasons, we all know this.
Okay. So Split Fiction, fantastic game. Highly recommend this. And get this, Sarge, $50. $50, one buy, and 2 people can play it. Right? None of this Nintendo $80, $90 stuff, right? $50, one-time buy, 2 people can play the game. So what did you think of Split Fiction?
I thought it was amazing. It was an amazing game.
Sarge is a genius with words today.
It was an amazing game.
That's it. Just amazing.
I can't say anything. People haven't played it.
Well, okay, let's talk about this.
I'll say it this way.
Nobody's talking about it.
All the different subcategories of how you would judge a video game: user interface, graphics, story, controls. Like all the things that listed that you would score like 1 to 5 and then get an average of that, and that would be the total of the game. It does, to me, it's like a 4 or 5 on every aspect of the game. Right? It's polished. It didn't glitch. It didn't hiccup. I mean, the one thing that was, I was surprised. I thought when I saw the first bug that we had, I'm like, okay, it's gonna be kind of one of these things. But after that first nothing happened.
Altern said we had an audio glitch and we had the bug glitch from the boss.
Even during the complexities, right? And this is how I know how polished it was. Even during the complexities of a boss battle, when we would die during a transition of a boss battle, where if you can come back before I could come back, I would say right there, huge point where the game would crash, lock up, bugs, something should happen, right?
Nothing.
The fact that you can die during a boss battle, and if you hurry up and press the button, you can come back in, and there are all these things happening during the boss battle, and it didn't crash or lag out. And I'm like, that's impressive. Now, I'm not saying it's impressive because it should be impressive. It should be normal that it should do this. But of all the nonsense that we've seen over the last 8 years, we know that at any moment now this thing could blow up.
Real quick, World says, wait, where is it? I missed it. Where was the IGN comment? Where's that IGN comment? I saw the IGN comment and I missed it. Oh, there it is. The dude said, amazing. IGN gave it a 7 out of 10.
It did.
Right? Yeah, they I think it got a 7 out of 10. Listen, IGN doesn't know their asshole from their elbow. Okay? That's why we made the song 7 out of 10. Right? It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. It's indifferent. It doesn't matter. It could be so good story, but then they still give it a 7 out of 10. Right? They have no idea. This game is absolutely amazing. Fantastic game. Right? Now, it's not for everybody because if you don't have a friend, sorry, I can't play it.
Oh my God, bro. Take it easy.
I'm sorry, if you have no friends, you can't
People
play
have,
it.
people have friends, bro.
No, there's
You have
people
got
that-
at least one. You
No,
got
people,
one.
there's people out there that don't have friends. Okay? There's people out there that don't have friends. They can't play this game. Just think, right? If you don't have a strong relationship with like your wife or girlfriend or significant other, don't play the game because you will lose friendships
Either-
at certain parts of this game.
There's a little thing in the game called cooperation, and you need to know what you're doing with each other. And
Oh yeah.
if you guys are not good cooperating, it's not going to go well.
Wait. Travis says, where did you say, Travis? Where is it? About my skeet shooting? Oh, bad shots and shouldn't hit the skeet shots. Hey, listen. That wasn't a major part of the game. It was just a fun moment
Thank
while
God.
we're doing stuff. Thank God.
Thank God that wasn't a boss.
But at least I could climb ladders. That's all I'm saying. Right? At least I could climb ladders.
the ladder wasn't low enough. The ladder wasn't low enough. My guy doesn't. He's supposed to auto grab.
I hit 3 shots of the ski ball, okay? Of the skeet shooting. I hit 3. All right.
It's bad, Apollyon. It's bad. If you don't like, well, I'll just say this in case if you're not an outdoorsy type of person, I will say this: canoe, 2-person canoe.
Yeah, if
You
you
know if you know what I'm saying right now, you know either that your marriage will survive or you're getting fucking divorced. That's basically the 2 choices. If I say canoe,
Yeah. My favorite yesterday, and this doesn't really ruin anything for anything, was I'll just say the centipede. The centipede thing.
that's
Was
worse.
so-
I think that's worse than the canoe.
That's worse than the canoe, and we did
It is
really
worse
good.
than the canoe.
We did really good, I have to say.
Because we're the only white guys with rhythm.
That's
We know when you're doing a centipede, not the movie guys. When you're
Yeah.
doing the moves inside the game, it's a flow thing, right? You don't make a move and then wait and count to 10. You gotta fucking go. Like you gotta move.
You just
through the
feel
game.
it. You just feel it. Go watch our last gameplay video last night. We don't even say anything to each other at most times. We're just you just know when to go. And then when we fuck up, we're like, "Come on, man, what are you doing?"
Right? They are. If someone who's watching the stream is like, they're not even talking. What's he yelling at him for? Right? Because we know what to do. And like it's going, and then as soon as the mistake happens, we're yelling at each other for specifics. And someone who's watching it is going,
Won't even know
"What
what
are
the
they
hell
talking about?" They're not even talking to each other.
Yeah.
How would they even know what they're yelling
You
at?
know what I know that
Right.
I know you know.
I know you know that I know. That's how
Right.
I know.
That's
Right.
exactly how I know. It's exactly
how
right.
it works.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So let's that's what we've been playing. I've been playing a little bit of other things of 33 Immortals. I played a little bit more of Marvel Rivals. Played Atom Fall, and I played
all of Fantastic Four characters.
Yeah, I played them all. Yeah.
So is Thing better than Hulk?
I haven't actually played Hulk that much, surprisingly. But I like Thing. I've been using him more than I used Captain America. I was using Captain America a lot. But I've been using Thing a lot more because I don't know, I like the way he my least favorite Fantastic Four member is the Torch, Human Torch. I don't like him. He's too slow, if that makes sense. He's too slow when moving around, and I haven't played him enough. But overall, I like all the characters. I think they're really cool. But I think Human Torch is my least favorite. I would say Sue Storm is probably my favorite, then Thing, then Mr. Fantastic, and then Human Torch.
Somebody was talking about in the stream the other day that there's a flying healer now.
Yeah, we'll go to that. Well, let's go to top stories. Let's do that. All right, so NetEase, has teased. That's not it either. And there we go. So NetEase has teased Marvel Rivals Season 2 confirms Emma Frost and Ultron. Which is weird because everyone thought Blade. Yeah, everyone thought Blade was coming in. So apparently Blade's getting pushed to Season 3, or maybe they drop him during Season 2. I have no idea, right? But Marvel Rivals Season 2 confirmed Emma Frost and Ultron. Ultron is a healer, and Emma Frost is a tank. So Marvel Rivals 2 Hellfire Gala has been revealed, confirmed that Marvel on the two characters, Emma Frost and Ultron. Marvel Rivals Season 2 Hellfire Gala begins on April 11th, and the new trailer provides players with details on what to expect from Emma Frost and invite all the Marvel Rival characters to the island. So there's a new Krakoa map as well. And then the other story of this, Sarge, is that NetEase is feeling pressure to keep Marvel Rivals as fresh at launch, so it's releasing a new hero every month starting in Season 3.
Okay, the first part of that article, the first part of the title before the comma can just be removed.
Correct.
Right? First of all, that's not true.
New hero every month.
There's no pressure because there hasn't been an article with somebody with NetEase in a headlock going, "We're the heroes." Like that hasn't happened because they're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing.
Well, look, once again, 30 NSG predicts the future because I said they should release a hero every month for the year. Now they haven't done that. Mathematically, they haven't done that, but
am I wrong, dude? Listen, everything's been going okay. Everything's been going nice and smooth. The game's not being chopped up. They're not trying to balance it. They're just trying to release heroes and people have a good time. And the first monkey that comes out after the game's been out for a decent amount of time
Hitmonkey's coming to the game.
Says NetEase is feeling the pressure. There's got to be what pressure? What pressure?
So I said they should start with 40 characters at launch. 40 characters at launch. They didn't start with 40 characters at launch. But they started with, I think, 32 or 33. Now with the Fantastic Four there's 37. Right? 37? And then they're adding Emma Frost and Ultron, which is 38 and 39.
That's right, Salty. That's right.
Write the name down, Sarge. That's right. And now, during Season 3, so we have 12 more weeks now. 12 more weeks, and then we get them to Season 3, right? Or 11 weeks, whatever it is. So that brings us to July. So now they've already given us 4 characters. Count with me now, chat. There's 4 characters.
That's Morgan. I got your ass.
There's 4 characters right there. And now they're giving us 1 hero. So you have this one and this one. So there's 6 characters in Seasons 1 through 2. Season 3 comes in July. So we get July, August, September, October, November, and December, which is another 6 characters, Sarge. So that would be, follow me now, 6 plus 6, Sarge. 6 plus 6. 6 plus 6 gets you 12.
Are we doing math?
We are doing math. 12 characters. And I said, and people laughed at me, Sarge. People thought, it's impossible. They can't do it. It's never going to happen. They're not going to release 12 characters in a year. Overwatch only does 2. And yet here we are standing here today telling you that Marvel Rivals is going to have 12 characters at the end of this year. And you know what? That's good. And at the end of next year, there'll be an additional 12 characters. Minimum. Because you have no idea when the hotness of this game is going to wear off.
That's correct.
You have zero evidence of when this is going to last.
A lot of games that come out throughout.
That's right. It could last 6 months. It could last 6 fucking years. But as a Marvel character in the game, you better put as many popular characters as possible in this game. And next year, first of all, they have Thunderbolts coming out. They should have already had Thunderbolt characters. Boom, throw them in there. Then they have the Fantastic Four, which they already done. Fantastic Four is in the game. Then next year, they have 27 characters in a movie, maybe 50, coming out for Avengers Doomsday. Get a drawing. Start throwing them into the game.
If the game is still popular by then, I'm sure the Doomsday add-on will be some money.
They said from the beginning, Sarge, that all heroes
are free.
All heroes are free. Okay. They're never going to charge for a hero.
We all know it's the truth until it's not.
That's right. Crystal Dynamics also said that, and that's why they went under.
We all know that it's the truth until it's not.
But yeah, so they need to put as many heroes as possible, and it would be smart of them to, if White Vision, the Vision show that's coming out on Disney Plus, comes out, throw White Vision into the game, cross promote, get people excited, whatever you have to do. Get people in some Korean sweatshop to start drawing all the characters as fast as possible, put them in the game, hire more characters and put them in, because look, people love this game. People are spending money on this game left and right. People are buying cosmetics left and right, and they're not cheap. They're $14, $16, $20, $28 for certain skins. So I'm excited that I'm more excited that I will be correct by the end of the year. There'll be 12 characters in 1 year in a 12-month cycle, which I'm happy about.
Once again, the issue, what to say? I can't even speak. There's too many ideas trying to come out of my mouth at the same time. The number of games and the frequency of which it takes you to finish that game directly impacts games that are lay of service. So if there's a period of time where there's some games coming out, but they're like a one and done game, like something you can knock out in a weekend or a couple weeks, right? Then it's not a big deal because you knock that game out and you'll go back to play a few rounds of Rivals every week. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But if there's a period of time where a bunch of games release, but they're all time crunchers, right? Like if you get like a GTA 6 and a Diablo and there's like 4 or 5 games that suck up people's time, right? Then not a lot of people will be playing Rivals. And maybe if they are playing Rivals, they play it once a week on a Saturday night or a Sunday night when their friends get on before they go back to work on Monday, and they'll play a few rounds. So you're going to see like the spikes and the troughs of Rivals, right? I think it's directly affected by that, right? So right now, I would call Rivals its honeymoon phase. Like what's out
it's definitely in the honeymoon phase right now.
What's out right now that would stop you from wanting to play Rivals a few times a week? Not a lot of games out right now.
If me and Waterbear were talking a little bit, if they put a PvE, and I've talked about this before the game even came out when it was in testing, I said if they put in what Overwatch couldn't and put in a PvE game mode, I would main this game. I would main this game if I could play each of the characters, go through like little stories or level up each character or whatever in a PvE game mode. I would main this game. This would be my Marvel Avengers that I play with Crystal Dynamics, but with this instead. Because everything visually I love. I like the gameplay. I like the visuals of it. I like the storytelling they're doing in these small little multiplayer maps or whatnot, right? Like you put PvE in here, which I think it will come. I think they're doing very well. I think they're making a lot of money. This is going to last at least 2 years.
I don't think
at least 2 years, and then they might abandon it after that.
I don't think they're going to spend any money on PvE. They know they can milk it for as long as they can with what they have, and they're not going to put any more money into it in that way. I think their budget and their cost analysis for the game is this is how much effort they put in by making new characters, throughout the year, that they have a set number of guys working, and profits are like this because more people play the game. They want to try a new hero. They buy a couple skins. More heroes come in. They play a couple heroes. They buy a couple skins, right? That's the model. That's the model.
Right.
So the only way your revenue goes up is if you keep inventing more characters that I can buy skins for, right? So if one character comes out and sells more skins, they're gonna be like, well, that one sells a little bit more. Why don't we make a few more skins for that guy?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But you still have the same 12 guys as running the show. They're not spending another 150 guys to make PvE content for Rivals. That's going to eat into the profits. Why bother?
Salty says, looking at the numbers, originally it was 600,000, 145,000. Or now it's 145,000. So it dropped. God knows what console is holding them up. Look, this is why they have to link it and cross promote, right? Remember when Witcher came out on Netflix and then everyone started buying and playing Witcher again? And when Fallout TV show came out on Amazon, everyone started playing Fallout again, right? There's been no Marvel films, right? Captain America, the new one, Brave New World, he's not in the game. Didn't do much for it because people are not hyped about Marvel. Marvel needs to get Marvel excited again, right? People need to get excited about Marvel again. So right now, Marvel Rivals...
No. Want to, yes. Need
Correct.
to, no.
But Marvel Rivals right now in the public spectrum is at the lowest where Marvel's value is right now. Because we're all waiting back and going, all right, what are they going to give us, right? The Thunderbolts, I think this is another missed opportunity. They could have put Red Guardian in. They could have put U.S. Agent in there. They could have put other characters in, but they're not doing that, okay? And then Fantastic Four, they kind of blew the load already because Fantastic Four shouldn't have been first. They should have kept Fantastic Four and launched them during the Fantastic Four movie. It would have been more hype for it, but, they did what they did.
corpos don't think that way.
Yeah, they did what they did. Like I said, the game is popular. It's made its money. It's making money, I should say, not made its money. But I think it lasts at least. It's got legs for lasting 2 years, and then after that, it's
Up in the air.
I should say 18 months. And by 18 months, they're like, do we continue or do we abandon it in the next 6 months or so?
Making a character and making it fit into the meta of the game that it currently is in is not that hard.
Right.
Nobody's trying to make an Uber character MVP, bro. But it's Marvel and it's done simple. This type of MVP is understandable because of the type of game that it is. You start trying to mix in all the other stuff that you want in there, the story, like Overwatch still didn't do all that shit, bro. You think that Tencent, I'm sorry, is it Tencent or NetEase? I always get them confused. Who's involved with Rivals? It's Tencent.
NetEase.
No, this one's NetEase. I'm sorry.
This is NetEase. Yeah.
Right? So they know not to waste time on shit that's not going to make them money. They don't care. Right? They're excited that you're playing the game. Right? Even though Marvel's in the toilet, they're like, look, Marvel's in the toilet, but they're playing the game, which means they want superheroes.
Yeah. Salty also says it's popular, sure, but I'm seeing incentives to bring people back. This is exactly why they need to put a PvE game mode in here. Okay? They have to put a PvE game mode, not just for the fans, but to put pressure on Overwatch. Overwatch is on life support right now, right? They're in a boxing match, and Marvel Rivals is got them shaking, right? They're weak. Overwatch is like, what are we doing? We're putting 2 characters in, and Marvel Rivals is putting 12 characters in, right? Marvel Rivals is just much more fun. The old guy in the ring right now is Overwatch 2. So they have to keep the pressure on their competitor, and this is good for Overwatch, and this is good for Marvel Rivals when they're both competing. If they put a PvE event in, like this would get people back, Salty. Short bursts, but let's say all of a sudden Fantastic Four movie comes out, and all of a sudden there's a little event inside Marvel Rivals where you have to fight Galactus. Okay? It's just a 6v1 kind of opportunity where it's just an NPC, and you have to fight, and you pick your characters, and you have to fight against Galactus. Okay? That could bring people back if it's a short little thing, but that gets people excited. People are like, oh, damn. Right? Like what Fortnite does with those little events that they do, I think they can do the same type of thing with Marvel Rivals if they really wanted to try something. I'm not talking about like huge open world maps or anything like that. We're talking about just missions. Like it would have been cool if there was a boss fight against, Ultron. And then once you beat Ultron, we know that at the end of that, after the season's over with that, Ultron comes in. You know what I mean?
I'll make it easier for you, right? You put the hidden stuff in there that's accidentally found, and you don't tell nobody until someone finds it.
Well, that people are doing that now. They do that now. There's Easter eggs all over the place.
Like I'll give you a good example. Let's say just for shits and giggles, that you're playing. It's 5v5 or 6v6.
6v6.
Okay.
6v6.
So let's just say for pure coincidence, the 6v6 are all good guys, right? Nobody picks a bad guy, right? And then all of a sudden, after the match, win or loss, Galactus shows up, or some ridiculous boss guy shows up, and now all of you are on the same team, right?
Right.
That kind of shit, right? Yeah. But you wouldn't know. Like, what are the odds? Think about it. What are the odds that no one picked a bad guy?
Yeah.
And everybody's a good guy. And then at that moment, at the end of the match, all of a sudden a super guy comes out. You have to fight him.
Look, there's so many little hidden things. The Krakoa map and Emma Frost, and right. So in the map, they had a Frost company, and there's people that know the lore. They know the stuff that's happening in the game. They know that Emma Frost is part of the Krakoa map. They know that Emma Frost is part of the gala, and they put these pieces together months ago. They're like, oh yeah, we found this in the game. We found this in the game. We found this in the game. Oh, data mined. Krakoa map's coming out. They're like, she's got to be coming. Everyone thought Blade and Ultron were coming, and now all of a sudden Emma Frost is in the game, even though she was data mined, but they didn't know she was coming so soon. She's here. Okay, and now Blade's getting pushed back a little bit.
You could do the same thing with Ultron.
That's what I'm saying.
You could have a whole thing of Ultrons come in the game, and you have to defeat Ultron. Then you get Ultron.
That's what I just said. Yeah, you have a boss fight with Ultron, and then at the end of the event, after 2 weeks or 3 weeks, then Ultron unlocks.
Yeah. That's how. Why can't they just make a video game?
I mean, they are, but
why can't you just make it fun for people to want to play your video game?
Yeah. So, especially with a game like this, you can experiment with so many things, right? So many things. I mean, next year when Doomsday comes out, okay, with all the X-Men from the original X-Men, you got to put Cyclops in. You gotta put Professor X in. You got to start putting the other characters that are coming to the movie, cross promote, do some stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't be segregating the X-Men. You can't all of a sudden decide out of the original 10 X-Men that we've always grew up with in the movies. I'm not talking about in the comic books.
Yeah. Well, there's rumors that Gambit's coming, Nightcrawler's coming.
Picking and choosing, no, him, but not him. Like you can't do that. You got to put him in.
Put them all in. Put them all in. All right. Let's go from that to the next story, Sarge. You might be excited for this. You might not be excited for this. We talked about it the last couple of weeks, but now we have screenshots, Sarge. Okay, we have screenshots. Imagine, or images, not imagine, images from Respawn, a bit reactor Star Wars turn-based tactic game have leaked. Okay, so let me get you a screenshot there, Sarge. Does this do anything for you? Does XCOM Star Wars do anything for you?
Completely limp.
Limp.
Completely
like a floppy disk.
Yeah, look. I don't know how else I can say this nicely. KK has destroyed the Star Wars brand so badly. Even though I love turn-based shit and I loved Wasteland 2 and 3 and XCOM 2, 1 and 2, I don't care. I don't care that it's a Star Wars turn-based shooter. I don't care.
Well, here's the thing. You see a couple characters on the side here. Obviously, it's Bo-Katan. There's other pictures I think they had, or I saw other pictures, not in this one, but they're talking about like Ahsoka Tano's here. They could easily put, you guys are saying in chat, should have been a Bad Batch, should have been this. They could 100% put these characters in. If this is like Marvel's Midnight Suns minus the card system, because I wasn't a big fan of them. I liked it when I played it, right? I got to finish that game, by the way. But I'm okay. If this is a game like Marvel's Midnight Suns, I like that game. If they could do that with this, I think I would be okay with that, Sarge. If they can make a good XCOM game with Star Wars, I'm not excited for it, but I'm not throwing it out. I'm not throwing it out right now. Like, I got to see some stuff, and they might show it sometime this week or next week.
Kicking it to the curb. I'll tell you my whole timeline on that one. Ready?
Yeah.
I tell you I don't like it. You say it's good. I tell you I'm not going to play it. You say I got some screenshots for you. I say, okay, let me see them. Still looks like dog shit to me. Then the game will come out, right? You'll talk about it, try to sell me on it. I'll be like, yeah, it looks decent. Then I won't care for 6 months. Then when it all of a sudden appears on Game Pass, I'll be like, oh, look, that game I didn't give two shits about. It's on Game Pass.
It's on Game Pass.
Yeah. Let me try it out. Like, that's the timeline.
Yeah. Well, it will be on EA Play at some point because it is an EA game and it's made by Respawn. So, I don't know. I think I could. Okay, it says the screenshots show gameplay very reminiscent of the tactical turn-based squad combat genre of XCOM, Enemies Unknown, XCOM 2, in 2010. It's a kind of game where players controls a squad of characters in turn-based combat, where also each character has a limited number of actions and moves where they can. Even the iconic Mario franchise dipped their toe into this with the battle for or Kingdom Battle and Mario Rabbids. Imagine images of gameplay. Show a player controlling a Mandalorian character targeting a Republic clone trooper with 95% hit chance, and a window above the enemy trooper, and the window at the bottom of the screen shows a number of other combat actions the player can also take, including using the thermal detonator, the Star Wars equivalent of a powerful grenade. Thank you. Never mind. Another image shows players using the ability to take in straight from XCOM's Overwatch. When player activates Overwatch on their turn, they also wait for the enemy to move onto their site. Yeah, we get it. It's XCOM. Okay, Respawn has been collaborating with Bit Reactor on the Star Wars tactical game project. Developers of the critical acclaimed Jedi series were also previously working on Star Wars shooter about the Mandalorian bounty hunter before the project was canceled. So they're like, we really got to use a Mandalorian. We really got to use a Mandalorian. So here you go, another Star Wars game. Chat, where are you feeling? You feeling hot, cold with this one? Are you excited? Were you excited for games like this in the past with XCOM type stuff? Are you looking forward for a Star Wars game like this, or this is just going to kind of go off on the wayside because there's so many games to play? This just hits the back burner already, right? I don't know. It's not on my calendar, Sarge, but if I hear things, I mean, I didn't play Marvel's Midnight Suns until 2 years later, so.
Well, as far as I can tell, if you haven't been keeping score, somebody's spinning the wheel of games for Star Wars. They go, okay, we got shit on into oblivion on the Battlefront game, even though it was the best one we made because of what we did with the microtransactions. So we have to make a Star Wars game because we own the license. What are we going to make? Oh, go ahead, Tim, spin the wheel. Yeah. Right. Action game. Star Wars Survivor. Jedi Survivor. Awesome. Let's make that. Cool. Mobile game. Oh, cool. Galactic Conquest thing with the heroes. Let's make that game. We made that game. Is it working well? It's working decent. We're making a little bit of money on that. Cool. Great. Oh, been 6 months. Someone better do something. Tim, spin the wheel. Got that new Star Wars Lego game coming out. The ones with the prequels that no one gives a shit, or the sequels that no one gives a shit about. Yep. Yeah. Well, we got to make it. Right. That's out.
Right.
Right.
It's like they're almost just going through the motions.
What? Yep. You are going through the motions. What was the one you heard about before you heard about the turn-based one, bro? What's the one you heard about before that one? Oh, Star Wars RTS game coming out. I want to talk about that.
Well, that's it. That's it.
That's not RTS.
Oh, this is real-time strategy.
That's turn-based.
That's turn-based. Yeah.
So somebody's just spinning the wheel. We got to do one of each. Right? Yeah. You just go down the list. Hey, man.
Look, they just think if they throw Star Wars on it, it's going to do good. If they throw a Marvel brand on it, it's just going to do good.
To a point, yes, but they don't know how to make a budgeted game for Star Wars. Yeah. They have to make Squadrons. Little flight sim game for you, right?
Yeah, Squadrons. Yeah. You get the other one that the Quantum Dream is making.
Right. So tell me without telling me that they're not going down the list of games, the game types in Star Wars. Tell me they're not.
Yeah, they're just like rolling the dice. You know, you're saying the wheel spin, but they have two dice, and the dice is rolling, and one says like RPG, real-time strategy, action adventure, like on each side of the dice.
And the other dice is the budget.
Yeah. Can we make a $40 million RTS? That sounds good.
One guy's got the type of game, the other guy's got budget.
Yeah. That's what's going on. I don't know. I'm not excited for it, but you know it's out there. We'll see what happens. The next speaking of rolling the dice, Sarge, rolling the dice. No, you're not excited?
No change.
Okay, well, speaking of rolling the dice, Ubisoft stock falls double digits days after the 10-cent deal.
Completely understandable.
I love how people defend this. People think that like this deal just happened like overnight.
Oh! Don't get me started yet. Wait. Are you going to talk about the article first? Or are we talking about?
I'm not talking about any article. I was just going to say that people don't know how business works.
Okay, so we need a little thing here, like business with Sarge, like how businesses run with Sarge McCluskey. Okay, look, anybody who believes that the 10-cent deal was made this year needs to stop talking on the internet. You need to stop being no more shows for you. Don't stop going out with your friends because you're not helping anybody with your idiocy, right? A deal of that magnitude was in the works months ago, if not over a year.
No, Sarge. They did it as soon as they saw the sales of Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed Shadows. Let's sign the dotted line.
I will give you guys. I'll give you guys a little piece of information on that one. I will say that part of the contract that they had worked out is there's an if and statement inside the contract that said if and AC doesn't do something that the contract will instigate immediately.
Right, because we need cash influx. Yes.
Right, the deal's in place and you're waiting. Right now, let's put it this way: if I'm Ubisoft, right, let's talk about this rationally as a business, not personal, and not what your feels. Okay, if I'm a business and I'm hurting, and I'm trying to keep it quiet from my staff that we're in trouble, even though that your staff knows what your sales are, so you know how much in trouble you are, right? But let's say everyone's playing stupid. Like, I don't know, I just work here. Sure, everyone just works there, 19,000 people, nobody knows what's going on. I believe you, right? They have a contract in place, right? You're already going broke. You already know this. But the deal says that if and AC Shadows doesn't hit these numbers, we're going to influx a $1.3 billion thing, and we're going to separate this. We're going to put this here.
But
like,
how do
an entire reconstruction happens because you don't sell enough things. Do you think you're motivated to want to sell that game?
Supposedly,
because I want you to guys understand this also. The money that 10-cent gave to them, right? A large portion,
1.3, 1.4 billion,
right? A large portion of that money goes towards the severance packages of the people who are getting fired, right? Now, I don't want to get crazy here, but I'll do simple math. You got a calculator, bro?
I only have my phone.
All right, I got my phone. Let me do the calculator real quick. You guys can follow along. We're gonna do some basic math here. Okay. Now, we've talked about this numerous times on the show. If you type into Google and you ask what the average salary for a game designer is, they're going to say it's from 50 to 120,000. So I took those two numbers.
Average around 85,000.
85. So I said 85,000, right? So I take the salary of 85,000 a year. I divide it by 12, which is $7,080, which is, I'll just say 7,100. I'll round up. Okay. Then I'll take the 7,100 and I'll give them 3 months. So usually 3 months is a safe package. Right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you a safe package. So that's $21,300. Now, roughly they said 19,000 people. I'm gonna say a little bit more, a little bit less than half. So we're gonna say 8,000 people, right? So we're gonna say that Ubisoft's about to lose between 7,000 and 8,000 people. Not all at once. Don't everyone panic. But like
they've already closed. They already closed
throughout the course of the year. We'll say 8,000, right? So 8,000. That's $174 million. Okay, so that money goes to severance packages and then they go on their way. The rest of the money is there to help start and make another game, right? That's what they're doing with that money.
Only with those 3 franchises that they moved over to the new subsidiary.
That's correct, right? Yeah. And then inside that subsidiary company within Ubisoft, it's split, guys. Remember, it's split. Tencent has say what happens. Not that 25%. They own it. They have say. They own 25% of the subsidiary company, not of Ubisoft, right? You guys got to read that very carefully. They don't own 25% of Ubi. They own 25% of the company that they separate
with the three biggest franchises.
With the 3 biggest franchises, right? That's what's going on. Right?
I'm not sure what happened to Sarge's pop filter. Where's your fuzzy?
Oh.
Yeah, it's popping left and right, but there you go.
Practice safe. You
got to put protection on it, Sarge.
So all I'm saying is that everyone is trying to defend this. The deal was done, right? Stop living in dreamland. You have 2 choices now, chat. You guys are too smart in here, and you guys are old enough to understand. So let's stop with the little boy crap. Either you play games because it's a hobby for you, and you understand how business works, and you can either buy the game or don't and stop crying, or you can pretend like you're a little kid and you just play video games, and you could put on the red shirt, blue shirt, or green shirt and tell me how ecstatic you are about the next game coming out. But you can't have both.
Right.
So for me, there's no more shirt. Okay. The only shirt I have is the skin I put on inside the stock market for the games like this. And you can bet your ass I've been shorting Ubisoft the entire year.
Well, here's another thing that they're doing, right? This is exactly why Ubisoft is not sharing numbers of sales, and they're doing players, right? Because a lot of people that invest in them and whatnot, they're trying to show them, oh, look, we're very successful. There's 3 million people that played it.
Bro.
Right, I know. There actually might be a lawsuit going on because
there's going to be a lawsuit.
Yeah. So it's very interesting to see with stuff like this that happens. Yeah, I'm always fascinated by the business aspect of this stuff, because being in the film industry, it happens all the time with studios and like production companies and all this other stuff. And then in the video game space, it's almost like, I mean, I love playing video games. I'll play video games till I'm, on my deathbed. Okay. But I'm interested in the business aspect of it. I'm interested of the lies that are being told by all these companies on why this doesn't make it, or just I watched a piece this afternoon.
It's incredible, bro.
With the movie industry, right? With Disparu was talking about the movie industry and how they're trying to get people back to the theater. And this is how mind-boggling it is, Sarge. Nobody in the movie industry understands why people are not going to the movies, and they think the reason they're not going to the movies is not because of bad writing. It's because the seats recline, or there's too many ads before the thing. Now, they have no idea, and they're like, well, how do we get people back in theaters? Well, maybe if we give them a pre-order purchase of getting their snacks, or they could smoke weed in the theater, or we can, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Not one person talked about the actual problem, which is shitty movies, stories. And now just take what they've done and see what the video game industry is doing. It's the exact same.
They're
to
on
the
parallel.
T.
They're on parallel, yeah.
Right?
Bad writing, overblown, bloated budget,
too many of them, right? And people just don't care. They're like, yeah, I don't need to buy that game. Like I said this on Twitter today because a report came out about Trump's tariffs are going to make games even more expensive. And I was just like, yeah, I don't care. I don't care about the tariffs. I don't care. Like, you want to charge $90 for your video game? Cool. I got so many games in my backlog, okay, between Steam, my own games that I own, Game Pass. I don't ever, and the free-to-play games that come out and that are brand new. I don't need to pay for a new game ever again. I could just coast with all the stuff that I have and be just fine. I don't need your $80 games. I don't need your $90 games. I don't need your $120 games. Okay. I don't need your microtransactions. I don't need any of it. Okay. So I just think it's funny. We'll see what happens, right? Speaking of this, let's go to the next story, which is talking about Nintendo Switch 2 games will cost up to $80, okay, for digital and $90 for physical. Now, I know someone's going to tap. They're typing right now, Sarge. Someone in the comments section, they're in the live chat. They're like, that's not every game. It's $70 for Donkey Kong and it's $80. Stop. Okay, Nintendo, crazy Uncle Nintendo, has now leapfrogged everybody and said, we're making $80 games. We're making $90 games. Here it is. And the physical game that they're talking about is the digital card, right? It's a card that has just a key code on it that you're putting it in. And they're trying to sell it as, well, you can sell that back to other people, right? You can sell that and share with other people. Okay, I don't care. You're charging $90. $90 for physical, $80 for your high-end first-party title games, and $70 for your lower games, right? Mario Kart sold 67 million copies, Sarge. 67 million copies on the Switch, okay? Nintendo is charging $80 for Mario Kart for digital. But if you get the bundle, Sarge, it's $50 digital, right? So the game, the system costs $450, but if you want to buy the game separate, it's going to cost you $80, $90 if you want physical. But if you get it with the bundle, it's only costing you $50 and it's only $500. So that tells me that your game's not worth $80. It's not worth $70. It's not worth $60. It's worth $50, and you're still making great margins on that. Okay, so it'll be very interesting to see what happens. What do you think of this 80, 90? Because it's not just for Nintendo. This is setting the standard for the rest of the games. Because Madden Football, Sarge, is coming back for the first time in 13 years on the Nintendo Switch. Okay, so that's a whole other market they can get the microtransactions from, and they'll go, wait, you're charging that? We could charge $70, $80 for that game on the Nintendo Switch. And it's mind-boggling to me because some of the games that are coming over to the Nintendo Switch are the worst version than that the games are coming from the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X coming over to the Nintendo, which would be lower quality and yet higher prices.
I'll be honest with you. If I was in the big boy table of the gaming industry, I would think that this was a meeting that they had a few years back, and they were deciding on who was gonna be able to do the tipping point of making people pissed off at digital games and hard copy games. And PlayStation and Xbox were going back and forth on it, and they said, "Hey, you know what would be a good idea if we made Nintendo do it, because Nintendo is so beloved." And the blue and the green players don't give a shit about Nintendo. They're still fighting about the blue and the green. So if we make Nintendo do it, and everybody freaks out, like they're freaking out now. Well, at least online. Not like there's not rioters in the street, but right, the online mobs are already screaming at, "This is ridiculous! I can't believe that Nintendo would do such a thing!" Blah 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 blah. Meanwhile, the people who are screaming this about Nintendo don't buy Nintendo shit rarely anyway. I mean, you get one if like you guys said before, sometimes the Nintendo system is good, sometimes your system is just shit, right? The Wii was good, and then after the Wii
was great, about 80, almost 90 million copies, and then
the one after 13, that was garbage.
Yeah, Wii U was like 13 million copies, 12 to 13 million copies.
So the point being is they use Nintendo as the scapegoat to take the blunt of the aggravated gamer base who was going to yell at $90 $90 hard copy games that are actually digital. So now you can light your torches and go attack Nintendo, because this is where you get a lawsuit from. Now, I'm not saying you sue Nintendo. What I'm saying is these are the roots of which people start to say to themselves, well, if you're charging me $90 for a hard copy, okay, and it's digital, that means that I don't actually own the game. It's a CD key only. Then it goes back to the law where it says, is my purchasing a license or not? And my argument is, since we haven't gotten a new agreement anywhere, unless you guys keep hitting yes on everything, right? I haven't got the new agreement that says what we were talking about before is different than what we were talking about now. When a game had to come out on disc and the game was on the disc and you bought the disc, the game is yours. You bought the licensing and you bought the product. It's yours. So now all of a sudden it's hazy. We don't have the hard copy, but you say I do, but it's a digital key. If that's the case, then regardless, if the rules are the same, digital or hard copy, I bought the license with the product, which means that if you burn down tomorrow, your company disintegrates, I should be able to play that game indefinitely. I bought it. But that's not where this is headed. This is headed in the direction where, well, you're buying a temporary key. They're changing the verbiage. You're buying a temporary key and a temporary this and a temporary that. And like, that's not what we discussed before. That's not what a licensing was.
I have a question for you. Do you think there could be something put in place where, and again, I'm just brainstorming here as we were talking. If you're a AA game or a AAA game or a quadruple A game, do you think you should only be able to charge a certain price? So, for instance, a AA game could a AA game, because it's usually a shorter game or whatnot, less development time, right? Maybe takes them 3 to 4 years. They can charge $50 to $60. A AAA game that's $300 million can charge a $70 to $80 price tag. Or do you think, like, because what I see here is, because the reason I ask this, because Madden sees this, right? Madden sees this, FCC sees it, EA sees this and goes, oh, wait a minute. If they can charge this for this, then we can charge $80 for Madden. We can charge $90 for Madden. We can charge $100 for Madden, right? And that's just copy and pasta every single year.
But I don't look at it that way. See, you can't think about it as one game is worth this.
No, I
another
get
game
that.
is worth that. The guy who makes the game sits down and discusses what they want to sell their product for. They decide, right? Now, they probably do some research. I'm sure they have guys in the market. They're looking out for people who buy stuff. I'm sure they're looking at regional buys, state buys for our country, international purchases. But what it comes down to is, if we price it at this, will we make our money back? And if so, how long before we make our money back?
Well, no, how quick? They don't say how.
It's the same thing.
But it's the wordage, right?
Time frame.
How fast can we make it back? Not how long is it going to take? How short can we make it back?
The issue is that you have two types of the market converging. Remember that we discussed on here before, and you discussed it many times over, Mike, that 20% of the people who buy games are the ones that create 80% of the profit. Now, we can use that ratio for live service games that you buy stuff for, that kind of thing, MMOs. We can say that. But a single player game that doesn't have microtransactions, you can't really use the 80-20 rule in that aspect. But what you can use is the fact that fans of those titles will buy it. Right.
Sure.
So if I know the
market's going to bear what the market bears.
If I'm going to sell 20 million copies, if I raise my price up $10, how many of those 20 million people are going to buy it? And you've mentioned it before that maybe only like 13 million now buy it, but they bought it for $10 more. Right. So we might not get back the money as quickly, but we're making more money up front. We're making more money up front. We're not making it. Maybe it takes a little bit longer to get that, but we're making more money up front. And that's what's important, that we're making more money up front per sale, right? And so that's the issue. The issue then becomes of where do you want to be inside that sphere? If everybody the only reason why Game Pass is such a phenomenal thing for them, not for us yet, right? It's a bad thing for us, and we discussed why. Is the fact that they get a large chunk of money up front.
Yeah.
That's the deal. it doesn't become it doesn't become whether or not you can that you divide the games into price structure. The market's going to bear what the market bears. Nintendo's now taking the brunt of it. Everybody knows the $100 game is coming. I don't even know why we're discussing it anymore. Right?
Yeah.
Cuban said something here. Hang on. Cuban said something. Hang on. Cuban said many Sony and Microsoft games are already not worth $70. Opinion. Sorry. It's an opinion, but understand we need to stop allowing companies to do this. You can't stop them from doing this. However, what you can do is
send them a signal.
Stop buying games because you got to have it. It's not cocaine, and it's not the Monster Fuel Unlimited bundle that you get for playing video games from your brother who keeps bringing you cases of Monster Fuel, right? It's not something that you need. If you don't like the price, your number one choice is to not buy the product.
Not buy it.
Right? It's amazing how fast games come down in price. Ask Ubisoft. When you don't buy their game, how quickly a game goes on sale. So if you want to stop the nonsense, you have to buy things like an adult. I don't like paying $70. That's great. However, there's a tax bracket of guys who make 6 figures a month,
which is no big deal.
Don't care and just play video games because they're ballers and they have nothing else to do.
Right.
I'm making $100K a month. I got 3 bitches, and in my spare time, I play video games. I'm playing Call, I'm playing FIFA, I'm playing Madden, and I'm throwing money at the screen. That's what I do. Right. Yeah. I win all day. That's what they do. So if you have those guys out there and that's your 20%, making 80% of the money, you can't say no to that. But what you can do is not buy the game. That's it. That's all you can do.
Krebsy says here, he says the only games that are the top 1% that push the industry forward should be asking for $90. These are the one in generation. $70 should be the premium games that make the 25% of the market should hit this price. This is what I'm saying, Krebsy. That's why I was asking. Like, if a Grand Theft Auto comes out and it took them 9 years to make and they spent $1 billion making the game, is it justifiable for them to say, hey, $100 for this game? Okay, sure. But Madden Football, which comes out every single fucking year, and all it is a roster update, okay? There's no way in hell, right? There's no way in hell they should be able to ask for $100. I mean, obviously, it's a free market, and you could ask for what you want, okay? But this is what I said the other day, Sarge. The problem with this now is that everyone's going to go up, and there's going to be a small percentage. Let's say the 5% of the population now buys these games at $80, $90, okay? Then they go, oh, no one else is buying it. Then they're like, oh, we're giving a discount. We're giving a 20% discount, which now brings it back down to just above 70.
Yeah, that 20% is not a lot.
Right. So it's just above 70, and 70 was the norm for the last couple years. So now they're still making their money off of it, right? And it's digital. Remember that. Remember, it's digital. They're not printing boxes and paper. They're not shipping anything anywhere. Nothing. Right? Nothing. So it's very interesting to see. And again, we had this conversation. I actually have a video about this on this channel. It's got Donald Trump on it talking about the tariffs, okay? And it's talking about, are the tariffs going to be affecting the game industry? Sure. I said, well, there's no way you can do a tariff on a digital good. There's no law, or there's a law, but you can't do digital goods. But there isn't a law where they make the physical goods higher price, okay? And that has a tariff on it. And because of parity, because if you make a physical object and you make a digital object, you want to raise the prices. Otherwise, it looks weird. So they go, oh, well, this is a tariff, so we're going to raise this price to match this. But there's no way they can charge for a digital tariff. Okay?
Well, there's not no way.
There's a parity of it for the physical good.
The rules just haven't caught up yet.
Right. If they have a physical copy, they can make the digital copy just as expensive or just a little bit lower because of it.
But
it's not a tariff, but they just raise the price.
So let's just go through with your thought process. If the digital good doesn't fall underneath the same laws as a physical good, that could be a definite reason why Nintendo's doing it, because then they don't have to pay the additional tariff when you sell to the United States. If that's true. If that's true. So that would make sense.
But the tariff, even if they put the tariff in this ahead of time, knowing that, the tariffs are going to go through, they're going to say, the physical gear is $90. And let's say the tariff is in that ahead of time. Okay, they knew it was going to happen. That's why they're charging the $90. There's no digital tariff. There's nothing to ship in. It's beaming from the fucking satellites.
I get it, man. It doesn't go through a port of entry. I get it.
There's no port of entry. There's no shipping. There's no nothing.
The port of entry is your ass.
Right. It's exactly right.
That's the port of entry. No, but I get it. But at the same time, I'm sure the laws will catch up. I'm sure they will. But let's be honest. If I'm not making a disc and I'm not making an instruction manual and I'm not making a box and I'm not shipping a truck and a plane and a boat, okay? I'm not shipping it anywhere. I'm pretty sure I'm making enough money where if the tariff does come involved, you don't give a shit. Right? You don't give a shit.
Right. Real quick, let me read this. RJ with the just wait till Microsoft increases Game Pass by $1 more. There will be riots in the streets about Nintendo went from 60 to 90. Nothing to see here, and the media will be like, it's just Nintendo.
Right.
You know what, RJ? You're being funny, but you're so right.
That's the play.
If
RJ,
Microsoft
RJ,
raises it $1,
are you working for a company, bro?
the whole industry riots. They're like, look at Microsoft.
Yeah.
They're raising it by $1. Meanwhile, Nintendo just raised it $20 to $30, and everyone's like, it's just crazy, Uncle Nintendo.
It's Nintendo. I
Just
think
Nintendo.
RJ has somebody who works in the industry.
So true, though. It's so true. Yeah.
But honestly, it goes up to, I'm back up to Cuban real quick. Cuban, I completely understand your thought process, but remember, the only thing we can do is not buy it. Don't buy day one. Don't pre-order and don't buy day one. You have to give them reason to pause and say maybe we set it too high. If you buy it day one, then they set the price high. They like it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Look, the market's going to bear what the market bears. If
That's
you
it.
don't like $90 video games,
Don't
buy $90 video games. If you don't like $80 video games, don't buy $80 video games. It's so simple. Okay, and all you have to do is just go play something else.
Right. I mean, it's not like you guys don't have options.
Right.
It's not like
19,000 games came out last year.
Like if
go play 5 of them.
Right.
5 games. Just go play 5 games of last year.
If I go to sleep tonight and I go into a coma, and then I don't wake up until November, right? I haven't missed anything. There's going to be so many games in November and December to play. Like I won't even pay attention to March through November. That's how many games come out. What do you think? Let me ask you guys a question. What kind of FOMO do you guys have now? If I leave out the special edition with the little statue or the glow in the dark tower that
we're talking about standard price though, Sarge. Right? We're just talking about standard.
I know. What I'm saying is, what's your FOMO? If I don't buy it day one, my friend isn't playing with me, so it doesn't fucking matter. If I don't buy it day one, what's the FOMO? Right? I would rather somebody come in here and go, hey, 30, guess what? The games that I wanted to buy for $70, I waited a month. They're like $29.95. I got them.
Yeah,
done. Like that's what the game's worth, man. That's what.
But I love the people. Worth. I love the people now. Here's the discourse, Serge. People, if you don't want to buy a full-fledged $80 to $90 game, you're the problem. You're the problem. Why the budgets are getting too high. You're the problem, and because you're broke, they're calling people brokies, Sarge, because you're broke because you can't afford the game. And I'm like, I can afford the game. I'm just not an idiot to buy the game at 90, 80, 70, right?
Well,
like
everybody's in a different tax bracket. Bro.
Absolutely.
When somebody holds power over you, whether it be intellectually, monetarily, philosophically, like when somebody they hold it above you, like they walk around like yeah, this is where I am, buddy. Yeah, this is me. Like that's great. I'm glad you want to spend money. It's cool. We all want to spend money.
Sure.
Right? But some people have more money that they can spend without giving a shit. Doesn't mean you're a brokey because you want to spend money wisely.
Right.
I don't understand. Yeah. I don't understand that thought process.
I don't either.
Are these the same guys that made fun of you if you didn't have Nikes in school?
Oh, probably.
These are the fucking same guys, right?
Yeah, probably.
Those fuckers.
You wear Reeboks? Oh,
these are the same guys that have had 2 marriages, 3 kids, and they're paying 4 hours paychecks a month on the alimony checks. Those fuckers, right?
Yeah.
Congratulations. How's that money treating you? Real good, right?
Yeah, I just think it's funny when people say that.
Alimony check there, buddy.
Yeah. In any other industry, everyone's looking for deals. Like no one goes to the supermarket to look for buy one object for 10 times the amount. They're looking for 2-for-1 deals. You know what I'm saying? They're looking for sales.
I'm
like, what's on sale this week?
$30 skins all day long. What are you getting? Health insurance? You're fucking dweeb. I got fucking skins out of my
moron. Well, you got car payments? I'm in debt. Yeah, it's like, what are you talking about? I save money.
I don't know what the brag is.
Right? I played 4 games this year, Sarge, already. We're in March. I've played 4 full games. Well, actually, Indiana Jones I finished this year, but between Indiana Jones, Eternal Shroud, well, I haven't finished yet, but if I bought it, it would be a full-place game, right? Then I had Adam Fall.
Don't do this too long, bro. Like, they think you're trying to kill somebody. Yeah. Gang symbols
Right?
fine. You can't
Yeah.
do this.
Right. So I have like 4 games. I'm playing 33 Immortals, which is in preview program right now. That'll
Good
be like
game.
a $30 game or something
Great
like that.
game.
Right. Right. Regardless, 4 to 5 games, I'm over $280 if I paid full price for these games.
You're brokey, bro.
Right. But instead,
You're not helping. You're not helping the industry, bro. You're a
but
fucking
instead,
brokey.
I pay $20 a month for Game Pass. Okay. And I spend a total of $80.
Wait for it. Game Pass.
Oh, now
Yeah.
you've done it, Sarge.
No, I want to see if he comes in. Yeah.
Oh, he's here. He hears you now. It's like Beetlejuice.
I know what it is.
It's like Beetlejuice. Okay. And then on top of that, my son, he's playing 15 different games on Game Pass right now. 15 different games. If I had to buy each of those games at full price, we're talking like $1,000. $1,000. Yeah. The dude says he has been summoned. Yeah. He'll be here. Just wait. He'll be here.
He's
He's
running
on the
for a
shitter right now.
PC.
He's on the shitter right now. He's like
running wherever
they-
he's from. He heard.
He's
He's
now. He
running for
stumbled.
the PC right now.
He
Just give him
tripped
a minute.
over. He tripped over a loaf of bread or something.
Just give him a minute. He's gonna show up. He's on the way to the PC right now. Don't worry. Don't worry.
He's on his way. Don't worry, chat.
I just don't understand why everybody's so up in arms about the stupidity of a gaming company at this point. You've said it before, and I'll just agree with it. We're gamers. We don't care.
Yeah.
How the cow was killed.
Yeah.
I want the fucking.
I don't
T-bone.
care how the sausage is made. I just want
don't
the sausage
care.
to be fucking good. That's it.
You want me to feel sorry for people who said yes to DEI money, yes to making a narrative where you know was going to piss off half the public, yes to a manager who's been fired 3 times but he keeps getting rehired because his nephew works there. Like the same shit over and over again, and you want me to feel sorry for somebody. I'll tell you who I feel sorry for. I feel sorry for the kids who just want to play a video game, but some balls to the wall stockbroker who's got no kids and no wife who's spending money on FIFA that Timmy can't get a Nintendo because now his dad's got to work another triple overtime or get another job to afford his fucking Switch. Right? That's all. I'm looking for well-priced goods that the middle class can afford. That's it. That's all we're looking for, right? Why do you think they have these fucking commercials come up on my phone all day long about Temu? Feel like a millionaire. Feel like a million. Like I'm buying crap online. I'm gonna feel like a millionaire because I'm buying crap. How much crap I can get for $1 translates into I feel like a millionaire? No, you're fucking broke. You're a millionaire if I go like this and I pick up my phone and I look at my bank account and it's over 6 figures, right? Then I'm a millionaire. If it doesn't say that, it doesn't matter how much crap you buy, you're not a fucking millionaire.
Yeah. Real quick, the Kingard says everyone in the industry is rubbing their hands together over Nintendo's pricing. EA wants to copy it, plus micros. Xbox wants people to flock to Game Pass instead. Oh, absolutely, Kingard.
Absolutely,
right now,
Kingard. Absolutely.
Right now, Microsoft is sitting back going, yeah, you know what? I'm glad that the Nintendo came out with $89 because Game Pass looks so much better now.
So much better.
Right? Even Ubisoft's going, well, fuck, we didn't even see this coming. People are going to get Ubisoft Plus now. EA plays like, oh, this is amazing, right? Because we could charge $80 for our game on the Nintendo Switch 2, or they can get EA Play for $10. It's crazy. We'll see what happens. All right, next thing, Sarge. Let's see. The value here. Let's see. What is the Nintendo Switch 2 battery life? What do you think the Nintendo Switch battery life is, Sarge?
Honestly? You want my honest opinion?
No, I'm asking for your fake opinion. Of course I want your honest fucking opinion.
I mean, I could make fun of it. But
Well, then make fun of it. It could be your honest opinion, though.
Just playing Mario Kart. Just Mario Kart in their house, an hour.
I think it's better than that. I think you could probably get 3 hours.
No, full time. I'm playing Mario Kart straight.
Yeah, I think you get about 2.5, 3 hours out of it. I don't know the answer, by the way. I don't know the answer.
We don't know.
Yeah, so let me see. Nintendo Switch 2 has been fully revealed with all the bells and whistles, and nothing has stood out as the console's battery life. According to spec releases on Nintendo's website, the Switch 2 will have more powerful battery than the original. Ooh. The new system features a 5220 lithium-ion battery, which is also more than 4310. You guys like that? You want me to talk slow? All right, Switch for the 3570 for the Switch Lite. Oh, yeah. And when it comes to actual battery life, Nintendo says that the Switch 2 has a range of 2 to 6.5 hours. 2. There it is. Go to the lower spectrum. 2.
What are you playing with 6.5?
Maybe a Zelda because you fall asleep and then wake up and then fall asleep again. It could take you about 6.5 hours.
Like Animal Farm game for 6.5 hours. It doesn't do anything. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe like Animal Crossing.
Two. Okay, I'll say
yeah,
two. Two sounds fun.
You could do that. Yeah, that's what I said. I think you could do about 2.5 is what I think. Yeah. So 2 hours. It's exactly right. Slow, right? Between 2 and 6.5, it means 2. Okay. The company says that the times are rough estimates and that the battery life will depend on the games you play. Yeah. So there you go. So yeah, Sarge, go ahead.
Yes. Question from the floor.
Yes, go ahead.
If I'm a gaming
representative
company,
from Salty Gamer, go ahead.
Yeah. So if I run my own gaming company, and I've run my own gaming company now for over 50 years, I was curious to know, how do I not know the battery life of a fucking system? Why do I give a range? What? Let's all stop bullshitting each other and just tell me how long the battery lasts when we play.
It's a surprise, Sarge. It's like opening a Christmas gift.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be a surprise.
They don't know what it is because they haven't tested it enough yet.
You're in the car with your screaming kid. You give him a Switch to calm him down, and in the middle of your ride between, I don't know, Phoenix, Arizona, and Austin, Texas, that long drive of death and night, right? That your Switch is just dead because it's just out, and we have got no more battery backups in the car, and so Timmy's screaming.
Oh yeah,
right?
that's
what I'm looking for.
That's
These
terrible.
Are the kind of questions real parents want to know, bro.
Well,
how much time do I have before I have to slit my wrists in the car?
Right. The real question is, they don't tell you that, just like they didn't tell you the price yesterday, right? So much they didn't tell you the price yesterday, Sarge, because where's this article? I had an article.
They're feeling it out.
Hold on. Where is it? I can't find it now. I had an article. Oh, for fuck's sake. Did I close it? I think I closed it. Hold on, I gotta open it again. We had an article because they had a stream earlier today, Sarge.
Oh, yeah, probably.
They had a stream, and everyone in the stream was saying nothing but they were just spamming. They were just spamming the entire chat for I don't know how many hours. Okay, that dropped the price. 99% spam of drop the price inside their streams. I don't know if they actually show it, but like, here you go. So all right. Drop the price, drop the price, drop the price, drop the price, drop the price. I will not buy. Drop the price.
I mean, how many people said it though? If it's not millions, then don't bother.
There's a lot of people in the chat. I'm not sure. 121,000 people are currently watching, and the chat is 99% people drop the price.
Gotta be more than that. Nintendo's got to be like, I think we made a mistake. Nintendo doesn't think they made a mistake if 100,000 people said, I don't want to buy it. That's nothing to them.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 100,000 people to Nintendo doesn't mean dick.
They sold 150 million Switches.
Right? So what's that, 5%, 3%?
Like,
no one gives a shit. Like, you want to send a message? Every day, all day, go to the website. Not buying it. Not buying it. Not buying it. Nope. Right? And Nintendo might go, maybe we made a mistake. Like, maybe we should lower the price a little bit.
Even if that happens, Sarge.
How about we give them 2 games? Huh?
Even if that happens, yeah.
That's value, huh? 2 games, right? Digital, huh?
What would you think they would do first? Drop the price of the game or drop the price of the console?
No, they'll give you another game.
I think they would drop the price of the console before the game.
Nope, they give you another game. Give you 2 games.
Oh, 2 games with the bundle.
Yeah. 2 games with the bundle. They won't drop the price.
I think they would drop the price $50 just so they could keep the $80 to $90 price tag of the games.
Oh, they're not going to drop the entire price of games because of that. You would probably drop the price of the console, but I'm still saying they would give you another game.
I think my thing is, if they go back, they'll drop the price by $50 for the console, so it'll be $400, $450 instead of $450, $500.
If you want this to be an episode where you have to go back and prove it to yourself, then you have to do the big book of bull.
All right, we'll put it out there then. Okay,
you have to bookmark it for yourself so you can find it later. That's the whole point of doing the big book of bull.
Yeah, I'll make the prediction. So here we go.
I agree, Kinger. I agree.
Have to have like a Swami hat.
You have a Swami.
No, I don't. That's a picture I did. Right.
Oh.
So the stipulation is, if they do recoil from this, my thing is they will reduce the cost and eat the cost of the system, because they can make that back on accessories and everything else.
Yes.
Okay. So I think, and plus the $50 for the online plus extras that they have. That's for the year.
You guys didn't even talk about that yet. All the extras you have to buy.
No, I get that. So because they have that, okay, I think they reduce the price. The game console actually goes down to $400, $399, and $449 instead of the $449 and $499. Okay, so they reduce it by $50.
So,
keep the games exactly where they are, 80 to 90 for the premium. Okay, that's my prediction.
So you think the American whore is completely okay with just $50 difference, and then we'll still buy it?
100%. They're okay with one. Look, what RJ said earlier. If Xbox raised $1, there'd be riots on the street. But Nintendo can raise up $20 to $30. No one bats a fucking eye. It's Nintendo. Okay, if they lower it $50, Switches fly off the shelf. Okay. And they still keep the price because you're in your ecosystem now, baby. You're in the ecosystem. It's all digital. Doesn't matter if you buy physical or digital. It's all digital. All right? They're going to make that money back between the camera, the controller, the case, the cable, your dick, the boxes, whatever they're doing. Okay?
They're selling me my dick back? What did I pay for?
They're going to make the money back. So my prediction is $50 price cut off the consoles, bundle and regular, and then they go... And then they're like, ah! Everyone's so excited. That's what's happening.
I don't even think I can compete with this prediction. I'm just gonna stick with they give you another game.
That's it. Another game.
It. They keep the price the same and they give you another game.
All right, bookending it. That's it. It's in the big book of bull, chat. It's official. It's official.
I mean, Nintendo's gonna do what Nintendo does, and I think they saw the writing on the wall. They know that's where it's headed. They were just trying to figure a way to do it their way. You know what I mean? Like when they said it out loud and they showed me on the screen, I was like, "Wait, what?" So it's a physical card that holds on to the digital game. So the game is on the card, but it's just a key code.
Yeah, it's just a key code.
So like, that's a digital game. It's a digital game.
Real quick, Cuban asks, do you think Nintendo will instead create a Game Pass-like system, assuming that price push back becomes a huge movement? No, because Nintendo is crazy Uncle Nintendo, right? Whatever the industry does, Nintendo does the opposite, right? Everyone said that we're going to make these high-powered systems. They said, we're going to sell you cardboard, okay? When everyone was going other directions, they're like, we have a power glove, okay? They don't care. They sold you, I don't know how old you are, Cuban. They sold you a robot back in the day, and all he did was this, and then dropped a peg. That's all he did, right?
A spinning pig. A spinning pig,
right? They sold you VR headset with the worst green lines ever.
Red line.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was red. It was green with red. You're correct, right? Red. This company is not going to make a Game Pass because right here. Okay. They're not going to make a Game Pass because they can charge for this stuff right here, which is, do you want to play the Nintendo GameCube? Right? One of the other shittiest systems they've ever created. Well, if you pay $50 a year, you can get the extra stuff, and you can also play those games. Now, obviously, a lot of people like the GameCube. One of the worst designed controllers, I think, in the history of controllers. Next to the N64 was pretty bad with the three pegs and the you had to move your hand over to the middle. It was weird. Anyway, okay, there's no way today or in the next 5 years they make a Game Pass type of platform. They're going to nickel and dime you like you're a fat man at a buffet, okay? All you can eat Nintendo, and they nickel and dime you. There's the camera, there's the $50 here, here's this microphone, here's the cable, that's what Nintendo's doing up to, because crazy Uncle Nintendo. I gotta load that song in.
I mean, good for them, but once again, this is about, and remember, Nintendo ecosystem is about parents buying it for their children.
Oh wait, hold on, Sarge. I have it.
Crazy Uncle Nintendo. Started
So
way back in 1889. Hanafuda cards, oh, the designs were fine. From toys to games, they paved their own way. Crazy Uncle Nintendo, doing it their way. Duck Hunt Zappers, 8-bit gold. Mario's magic stories untold. From NES to the Game Boy's glow. Always
gotta wait for the chorus.
stealing the show. Crazy Uncle Nintendo, marching to their beat. While Sony and Microsoft compete. They don't follow trends, they rewrite the play. Switch to coming and it's here to stay. 64.
There you go. All right. Switch. Crazy Uncle Nintendo. They do what they want, man. They do what they want.
It's gonna be a fun ride. I want to see what happens. I actually want to see what happens this summer. I want to see if the parents are fighting each other in the stores.
Well, you had prerequisites of pre-ordering, Sarge, because they are stopping the scalpers. So you have to be the person on the bill that paid for at least a full year of Nintendo Online, the online stuff.
I'm a new Nintendo person.
You can't buy. You can't. They're loyal to the customers that have already been there.
Okay, so wait. So I'm a new Nintendo person. I want to buy it. I can't because I don't have a year of Nintendo.
You can't. You're not going to get the first ones because you're not a loyal customer, right? So you have to be the person on the paper. You got to have a year's worth and 50 hours worth of gameplay.
I don't see how that works, bro.
You
do realize that there's an entire demographic of people with kids who are just up and coming and want to play video games, right?
Yeah, no, but but you have to be the name on the paper.
Fuck those people. Let them buy a Switch 1. Fuck them.
Crazy Uncle Nintendo.
Let them buy the original Switch.
Yeah, well, this is another thing, Sarge. People don't talk about this, but a lot of people now, because this is out, they're going to go back and buy the Switch 1. So this is also going to take the Switch 1 and push up the sales just so it could beat PlayStation 2, PlayStation 2 overall.
Why are they going out and buy a Switch 1 again?
Okay, so a lot of people that wanted to buy a Switch 2 or whatever, right? Yeah. Even younger, because when people buy, remember what happened to Xbox?
Rookies.
You remember what happened to Xbox when Xbox One and then Xbox Series S and X came out, Sarge? People were confused because they didn't know which one they were buying. Okay, well, this is Switch and Switch 2, right? This is Switch and Switch 2. So because Switch 1 and Switch 2, there'll be people that buy it by accident, and there'll be people that buy it because they're like, why is that one $500, right? And this one's $250 to $300, right? So they'll just go buy that. And they're so close to beating PlayStation 2 for the overall best console ever created, okay? I think they're like 4 million, 5 million behind.
You think that's why they're doing it?
It could be. The Switch 1 will still sell. They're not abandoning it.
So, but okay, I'm confused.
You're going to buy a Switch 1 and a Switch 2.
Are you saying that there are people out there who are going to buy a Switch 2 are also going to buy a Switch 1? Or you're just saying that the people who cannot buy a Switch 2 are going to buy a Switch 1?
Correct. People that haven't have a Switch 1 yet.
Okay.
They don't own a Switch. Switch 2 will be too expensive, and Switch 1 will be there, and they'll buy it for their kid because
it's a Switch.
It's a Switch.
And the kid's not going to know the difference between Switch 1 and 2.
No, because they're younger kids.
Right. They don't know.
They don't know.
They don't know. I got it.
And then if it happens where they make the mistake and make the upgrade, they'll turn their Switch 1 in to get the Switch 2 so they can get the exclusive games like Mario Kart, whatever.
That sounds so segregating, though, that I can't buy a Switch 2 unless I have this criteria.
Well, you can. You just can't pre-order it. It's the pre-order stuff.
Scalpers is hilarious.
Yeah, it's just the pre-order stuff.
I give them credit that they're actually trying to do something. Because you know that some dudes he just bought the what do you call it, the rental space where you keep all your crap, the U-Haul,
like the pod storage or whatever.
Pod storage. He bought one because he's gonna go out and buy as many Switch 2s as he can. You know it's coming.
Well, that's what they're stopping. They're trying to stop that. The first round is going to people that actually can, they want to play, right? Well, here's another thing. It's a very heavy Nintendo Switch thing. Madden NFL is returning to Nintendo for the first time in 13 years. Okay, EA's having a wet. Android Wilson is having a wet dream right now. Okay, he signed a deal. He's like, oh my god, do you know how young people are on the Switch? We can convert them to gamblers by the time they're 10.
Yeah.
Okay, with the Madden Ultimate Team. He's like, this is amazing, right? Like, I want to know what's going to happen here with all the Ultimate Teams, and there's got to be some sort of parental control or something.
Sure Nintendo would allow that.
There's got to be something on there for parental control, but a lot of people won't even know about it, so they'll just go through, and that's, I guess, what they're betting on. Do you know what I mean? That it's going to be there. It's there.
Like
microtransactions,
like the gambling portion of the game is lumped in with the. Do you want to play this game? Yes or no?
Yeah, probably. Okay. It says at EA Sports, we're bringing fans together across the world both on the pitch and on the gridiron. EA Sports spokesperson said during a presentation, we're excited to announce that EA Sports FC will be coming to Nintendo Switch 2, and Madden NFL will also be arriving on the Nintendo platform. While EA Sports FC series, formerly known as FIFA, has been a regular annual release in Nintendo Switch, the Madden NFL series completely bypassed Nintendo hybrid devices. Indeed, the last Madden NFL game was on release was Nintendo system back Madden NFL 13, which was also released on the Wii on August 28th of 2012, and later came to the Wii U, and nobody knew what that was. So following the release of the edition, EA opted to stop making Madden NFL games for the Wii U, and decision is that also stuck out with the course of the Switch life. So there you go. So Madden's making a comeback on the Switch. So there you go. Andrew Wilson's going out buying another Ferrari. In preparation of all the sales he's going to make, he's like, I'm going to go buy myself a new Ferrari. So that's what he's doing.
I'll tell you what's the destruction of not gaming, as we're talking about gaming, but gaming like gambling. The fact that you now can bet on your phone at any time is going to destroy people.
Well, you could do that for years.
No.
What do you mean no? There's DraftKings and stuff like that.
That's different. I'm talking about sportsbook betting is now legal on an app on your phone 24/7. It's going to destroy people. You think we're having gaming problems? That's nothing, bro. There's going to be an epidemic of fucking bankruptcies coming up. You don't even know. You know how bad it is for some sports guys, right? But they had to actually go to the casino.
I was infatuated with sports, but I wasn't a gambler. I mean, I gambled, but I'm not a sports gambler. But I was so infatuated with sports. That's the most thing I think I was ever addicted to. Like, I played video games all my whole life, but sports, I was a fanatic, dude. It was unhealthy, right? I was like superstitious. I would get in like fights at the bar and stuff when people would talk shit about my team, right?
They got it now where you and I, let's say if we were heavy guys, our accounts, we can bet against each other for a team that we don't like or like. Like I'm betting you that I can win. Not the house, right? So I can bet anybody I want. It's gonna be bad, bro. I figure the next 5 years the bankruptcy rate's gonna go fucking crazy.
I think it'll be more than that, quicker than that, I should say. All right, the next one, Sarge, I want to talk to you about is this is what I talked about earlier today, and this one hit me. This one hits me because I'm a big fan of Battlefield, right? And we talk about Battlefield all the time. Battlefield 6 free-to-play Battle Royale game mode has been data mined, Sarge. So obviously a Battle Royale is coming.
You already knew.
No, I know that. But I said earlier, this is it for Battlefield, right? Because now you're bringing in the game mode. They used to complain about how the maps used to split the player base.
Do you not remember the Battle Royale they had in Battlefield V? Or Battlefield 5?
Yeah, they got deserted it, but it was behind a paywall. Right, it was behind a paywall. So, same with 2042 when they had the hazard zone. Okay, it's behind a paywall.
Yep.
This is a free. The way they're using this is to bring people into Battlefield. Okay, which is counterproductive because a battle royale is the complete opposite of what Battlefield is. Right, so you're bringing in a Battlefield or a battle royale into Battlefield, and they think that when people come in and play the free-to-play Battlefield, that they might go purchase the regular Battlefield, right? And I gave an example today of how'd that work out for Epic with Fortnite, because Fortnite originally came out with a single-player save the world game, and then it bombed, and then they came out with the Battle Royale to funnel in people to save the world, and no one went over to save the world because they were playing a free-to-play game with microtransactions, and now that's $1 trillion business or whatever for the Battle Royale.
And that's why they don't want to.
Have we heard anything about Save the World? No. So let's just say best case scenario, which is worst case scenario for me, Battlefield Battle Royale is a hit. Who's going to be playing Battlefield? Why would they put more money or more effort into the paid version of Battlefield?
They just want you in the game.
Correct.
They just want you in the game.
But they can't. They're not a big enough studio. They have 4 studios working on this game.
Yeah.
One in each division, okay? Single player, gauntlet mode, battle royale, and the regular multiplayer mode, okay? So if Battlefield itself doesn't do well, and all of a sudden they're making more money with battle royale, where do you think their concentration is going to go?
I've come to realize at this point that Battlefield is probably done for me.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I don't. Luckily for me, there's enough games out there that I can substitute a Battlefield game, so I'll be okay with it. But it's difficult for me to see that they're so intent on not following their blueprint for what Battlefield is. They're trying to copy everybody. They want to be part of Fortnite. They want to be part of COD, and they're just not. It's not the same type of game, but they want to be. They want that title because they want the 30 million copies. I get it. But sometimes you just got to make it a different game. They're trying to make this game into a game that it's not. Just make another game. Make another game.
Well, they hired the general manager, and the general manager used to work for Call of Duty, and now he works for Battlefield.
Of course he did. What a surprise!
So the testers they brought in a bunch of battle royale testers. Great. So now you're taking advice from other battle royale players to make battle royale, and you're not worried about Battlefield. They can't do both. We know they can't do both because they can't even do one.
They got 4 studios, bro. They can do whatever they want.
They couldn't do one. They couldn't make the multiplayer Battlefield by themselves, and now they're trying to make 4 different game modes.
Yeah. You know what they figure? If you throw enough shit to the wall, something's gonna stick. Like if one of these facets of the game causes them to make a game sale, yeah. If one of these types of game modes lets them have a sale, then they got the sale, right? You got to figure in their mind, if they sell 8 million copies, it's a win, right?
Oh, for sure.
8 million copies is a win for them,
right? And then the battle royale is the bonus, the cherry on top,
right? Yeah. Like some people, if it has a good campaign, I know people in this chat will buy it just for the campaign, right?
Right.
So now you have the campaign and the multiplayer, so you know people are going to buy it. Then you have a battle royale, which is free, and now you're like, hey, I got a battle royale, right? So we will see. Right, just like we saw the last one. They cared so much about the last one. Don't you remember how much they cared about it, bro?
So much.
How much effort they put into it?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Minimal viable product.
Remember how much love and tender care they put into that last Battlefield game and let everyone know how much they were going to stick with it? Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah, they went back and fixed all the 8 maps they didn't finish the first time around.
Right. But apparently, even when you say you're going to fix the game and support the game and people tell you to go fuck yourselves, literally, go fuck yourself. They decided we're gonna retool, start again.
Yeah, we're listening,
and we're gonna copy pasta.
The best Sarge is we're going back to the roots.
The roots is Vietnam and
going back.
That's
going back to the roots of battle royale in modern day. Yeah, that's the roots. I can't wait. Yeah, they've missed the dock, right? They've missed the dock completely.
Listen, I'm not shutting them because they want to have a Call of Duty game. I understand that. But my answer to that is make another game.
Well,
if Ubisoft can have 5 titles that they shuffle around and they piss on 3 of them all the time, why can't EA make a Battlefield game and then make another game with all this nonsense in it? Right? You know the answer why, right? Because you cannot invent a game from scratch and have a following. They want the people who know Battlefield to buy Battlefield that's not a Battlefield because they're too scared to make a game from scratch because you can't get them to follow it because we know you're trash. Imagine they said to you, we have 4 studios working on a brand new game, a brand new first-person shooter, and they showed a teaser trailer like they do for everything else. Wouldn't you be at least interested? Right? Wouldn't someone be like, ooh, that looks cool. What is that? It's something else. Right? It's not Battlefield. It's something fucking else. And then also do your MVP and make a Battlefield game. Like,
well, here's the next thing, Sarge, because this is just a rumor, speculation, a rumor, but it's out there, Sarge, that this is coming. Titanfall 3.
Bro, if you don't think that they're
and you know there's going to be a battle royale in that game.
Absolutely. Mech and guy together with a battle royale? Absolutely.
Yeah. You know there's going to be a battle royale. So now they're going to have Titanfall and Battlefield and Apex Legends, and they're all going to have battle royales, and they're all going to have.
How is Apex Legends doing?
I don't think it's doing very good at all right now.
No, I think it's doing well. Isn't it doing well? I thought it had a big following. Chat, is Apex Legends not doing well?
Here, hold on. I'll look it up.
I'm pretty sure they were.
Apex Legends.
I know no one's talking about it, but I'm pretty sure it does well.
All right, SteamDB says. It's not crazy, but it's still doing good, but it's not doing what it used to do. Right?
That's a good number.
Oh yeah, 71,000,
That's a good
159,000
number.
in the last 24 hours.
That's a good number, dude. Come
Right? But where are these players going to go, Sarge, when Battlefield comes out for the Battle Royale? Then what happens to Apex? Or when Titanfall comes out, what happens to, right? Battle Royales, people like the Battle Royale they're playing. People like the extraction shooter they're playing. You got to make a better extraction. You got to make a better Battle Royale than the other guy for them to move over.
Yeah, but you have to remember, if you're giving me a Battle Royale for free, some of these guys who like Battle Royales will buy the game because they get the Battle Royale for free. Because it's something else, a bonus to them and why they want to try it. That's it.
Yeah.
Four studios working on the game is just giving them more opportunity for someone to say yes to buy the game. My question is, four studios, bro, how much is Battlefield?
Well, now it's going to be an $80 game.
Right? Battlefield's going to be $80, you think?
Yeah, well, that also $80, and that shoots people to get the Battle Royale because it's free to play, right? It's too high over here. I don't want to play the game. I'm not going to buy the game, so let me try the Battle Royale. If I like the Battle Royale, then I'll purchase the game, right? But how long does that last for? And again, if the Battle Royale is better than the actual game, then why buy the game?
It's just sad. You know what? I fell off the first person shooter thing. I haven't played like even Hell Let Loose in a long time now. I think it's been before Christmas when I played Hell Let Loose.
Well, no, we played it. What are you talking about? See, I know you drank. We played it a month ago. Yeah, we played it.
I wasn't actually playing.
Well, we played it for a match 1 month ago.
I don't count that. That doesn't count.
It doesn't matter if you count it. We did it.
Yeah,
it's on stream.
Being on the screen, and we're like, yeah, and that's it. We stopped. Like, that's not playing.
So I have a question. Does this count as a podcast? Because you're just on the screen.
2 hours, bro. 2 hours.
Oh, we played 2 hours of Hell Let Loose.
Yeah, we didn't play, dude. We did not play. We walked around. We're like, you know what? We can't do this. It's a stream. We can't.
Yeah, it was like a half hour. It was like a half hour.
Yeah.
We got one more story, Sarge. The Minecraft movie's coming out. Okay, I got good news and bad news. Good news is Minecraft movie's coming out. The bad news is I'm watching it tomorrow. I'm watching it tomorrow. I'm taking my nephew. He wants to see it, and my son. So we're going to go watch it tomorrow. Jason Momoa. Okay. This is a hell of a sale, though, pitch, Sarge. I don't know if this is a good idea. Jason Momoa adopts the bold marketing strat for Minecraft movie, telling everyone he doesn't let his kids play games or have phones, and I just want them to use their creativity in a different way, which I find, as a father, I think that's very good. Okay, but I just think it's funny that he took a part in a video game movie, yet he doesn't play video games himself. He doesn't have video games in the house, right? He doesn't even have phones for his kids in the house, but he's playing the most popular game on planet Earth as, get this, as a video game champion, right? He's like the Dr. Disrespect of the Minecraft universe over there inside the thing. He's a past gaming champion that he's right. The reviews are not doing very good for this one so far, Sarge. They're not doing very good. Minecraft right now is at a 52%. Okay, 52%. Let's see 79 reviews right now. This is the mass market here. Okay, some of them here. Minecraft movie should be called the mindless Minecraft movie. This adaptation of the Minecraft video game series is a sloppy mismatch of incoherent actions, bad jokes, and a messy plot. It's also flimsy execute for Jack Black to sing forgettable songs. Oh God, it's a musical. Okay,
of course it's a musical. It's children.
Here's a top critic, and it's got a good review. Ready? A Minecraft movie is extremely silly action adventure video game adaptation, colored with creativity, exuberant performances from Jason Momoa, Jack Black, and Jennifer Coolidge. Okay, great. That doesn't really tell me much about it. We just don't want to be the one to inform God what his creation with this expensively cheap 100% corporate mess. Okay. Altogether, a Minecraft movie is perhaps most guilty of what it doesn't do. There are characters played by talented performers and read the afterthoughts alongside middle school humor and convoluted plotting to produce a opaque set of stakes. Okay, so this is directed by Napoleon Dynamite, the guy who played Napoleon Dynamite, Jared Hess.
Oh yeah, is this
Yeah.
his first? Is this his first thing in
No,
directing?
that's not his first directing.
Okay.
No. Here's another fresh one. Visually, the film is impressive. Minecraft fans will surely not be disappointed. I doubt
What
it.
did you say was the movie was going to make, bro? I'm pretty sure I said 500 million. Right?
I said 1.1 billion.
Billion. I'm sticking with the 500 million.
I think it's still going to make a killing at the box office. If low, I think it'll make 750. But I think it will break $1 billion.
I mean, it's a kids movie. Parents have to pay for the tickets for them and the kids. You know how this goes.
The live action extravaganza that will thrill the fans and the kiddies, but leave the rest for a longing more Jennifer Coolidge, lots more of Jennifer Coolidge. So apparently she's the best one and I'll be honest, I don't like Jennifer Coolidge, so I think I'm going to hate this film. So,
Oh my
chat.
God, you're so sexist. What's the problem?
Well, it's okay. I like her better than I like Pedro Pascal, so we got that going.
Every time a girl says like during conversation, it's like a cut inside my brain, and after a while, I just bleed out.
Yeah, no, Chad. I think it will make $1 billion, just because. I mean, obviously, I'll tell you if it's good or not tomorrow. It doesn't look good. Okay, people are saying this is going to be the worst movie of 2025.
I don't think so.
Which is really hard because Snow White just came out,
Snow White, bro,
and Captain America came out.
Like we don't want to. We don't.
Did Borderlands come out this year or last year?
We don't want to steal Disney's thunder by knocking them off worst movie of the year. You got to let that simmer a while.
Well, this is also a WB film.
So. Oh, it's the WB.
It's all good, WB. So, all right, chat. We're gonna take some questions now. I'm gonna put the banner up here for you guys.
We're not shredding anybody else. Nothing else to discuss.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Oh, I thought I was going to at least get a red face tonight.
So if you guys have a question, put the cue before the question. We'll mark it down. We'll leave it up for a couple of minutes to get all the questions in. So Krebsy can ask the 10 questions. El Dente could, or Altern can ask 5 questions, and then we should be done for the night. Yeah.
I just can't believe that Nintendo went that crazy to charge that much for a Switch.
I mean, I'm okay with the Switch price. I'm not okay with the game prices. I'm okay with the Switch price. I think the Switch price, I was off, even though in Japan, by the way, I was correct, exactly correct, of what it was, $350 and $400 in Japan. And they region locked it. So I'm going to do a question early here. Altern says, why is chat not hitting the like button? I don't know, that's a good question, Altern. It's a good question. Why aren't you hitting the chat button? While we're waiting for some questions, Sarge.
64-bit dreams, we slid down the slopes. We got us moving, smashing all hopes. They zig when others zag, it's a thing they do. Breathing life into dreams from Link to Pikachu's team. GameCube vibes, controllers so strange. Critics said no, but they just won the game. Now the Switch broke the mold, hybrid delight. And now the Switch 2 shining so bright. Crazy
very
Uncle
catchy.
Nintendo, marching to their beat. While Sony and Microsoft compete, they don't follow trends, they rewrite.
The song will stop if you guys ask questions.
Oh, don't tease them.
Oh, what happened? What happened? Sarge left me by myself. He left the entire thing. That's good, Sarge. You crash out of the program?
I didn't touch nothing.
Yeah, you like that? We went to the Epic Universe, so I have a Bowser mug. I didn't actually mean to do that. My wife brought me tea. I didn't realize that we were talking about Nintendo, and I just realized what mug I was drinking out of. So, yeah, I'm not a shill. I know what you guys are talking about. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Let's see here. We got Z ask a question. Oh, no, Z didn't ask a question. He just had an O there. Slow has a question. Water Bear has a question. Okay, we only have a couple questions. I think Krebsy went to sleep because he's not here. I can't believe he's not here.
I think he lost it. We were talking about Nintendo. He was freaking out. He wanted everyone to type in that everyone hates Nintendo, and then he stopped talking.
Look, I don't hate Nintendo. I think it sets a bad precedence for what the price is. Because think about this. Where does it go 5 years from now?
Nintendo a good.
Do we go to 120, and then from 120 do we go to 150? Like where are we going with this? Right?
I don't know. It depends how bad inflation is, bro. You have to remember, inflation is still a big deal. Fuel costs and inflation. Everything is doubled. Everything is doubled in 4 years. Everything doubled. Anything worthwhile that you know about pretty much doubled. 40%, 50%, grocery bills, insurance, everything's doubled. So I'm hoping things calm down. But doubtful. All I know is I had a bunch of people just talking to me today, and they were like, bro, did you see the market? Did you see the market? Did you see the market? And I go, yeah, it's crashing. And they go, yeah, my 401k is fucking destroyed. I'm like, what are you going to do? You're going to pull it out and set it on fire? Just leave it alone. Don't worry about it.
Right. Just
I like, do me a favor. Before you guys move any money anywhere, all right, I want you to look up the last 10 stock market crashes in the United States. I want you to look them up. I want you to look at how long they lasted, how long it was down, and how long the recovery was, right? And just do that. Look up the last 10 and then call me back. About 3 or 4 hours later, my friends call me back and they're like, I get it. I'm like, good. Then stop panicking. I was like, do you have any money extra right now? You have any extra money lying around? Buy. Now's the time to buy. It's 30% low, 40% low. Fucking buy it. Now you buy.
Right.
This is the time to buy. It's 40% down. You buy it.
Dupless, I didn't actually go to the actual park. We went to City Walk, and they have a store there for Epic Universe. We got to see like they have this giant model of the thing. They're doing employee previews over there, so people get to go. But we're probably, if we go, we're probably gonna go in like September and check it out. If not, we'll wait a year. Yeah. So we went to the store, and my wife bought a whole set of these. So we have Bowser, Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, and Toad. She didn't want Princess Peach. She didn't want Peach. She said I don't like her. So
she's bullshit in every game she was in.
My wife said she didn't like her. So
even in Super Mario 2, when you had her pick her something up, she was like, yeah. Like she's crying. She had to pick up like a vegetable or pick up one of the Koopas.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. Get back in the castle.
All right. We're going to stop that. We got some comments. We got some questions.
And I'm not sexist, by the way. Metroid ruled. Samus is one of the best female heroes in my entire childhood. Right next to Bayonetta.
All right. We got the like button already. Okay. We got Slow asks, did this song just break stream? I mean,
possible. I've got broken.
I didn't break. It was still online, so I think we're good.
Is that a picture of RoboCop making out with C-3PO?
Yeah, it sure does look like that with WD-40.
With WD-40 as the lubricant, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. I get to see where you're going there with that. The slow.
Next one, Waterbear says, "Why is the Nintendo believes in the product so much that they will charge a premium price of $70 for a lesser quality game that you can get on a PlayStation 5, PC, and Xbox?" It's a good question.
Because that audience is already captured. They're Nintendo people.
That's right. If
you're not trying to pull over an Xbox or PlayStation person. Those people are Nintendo people.
Yeah, one, it's Nintendo. Two, a person that has Nintendo is a diehard Nintendo. They don't own a PC. They don't own an Xbox. They don't own a PlayStation. So that person, that's new for them, so they'll pay the $70, $80, $90, whatever it is. If they have, like you, Water, like myself, if you have an Xbox, a PlayStation, a Switch, a PC, you wouldn't. Why would you buy a shittier version of the game for more money? 5 years old. It makes no sense. All right.
I'm still trying to figure out what the PlayStation is doing, charging people full price for a game I don't get it.
PlayStation or Xbox, you mean?
No, PlayStation is charging the full price and extra money for a game that's already been released.
Oh, you're talking about the Forza. That's Xbox putting games on the PlayStation. Yeah, well, that makes sense. It's the same thing. The people that are on PlayStation never played those games.
Yeah, I got it.
So it's the same thing as Nintendo.
It's still an old game.
Krabsy says, so we covered the stupid shit from I can't even say his name. Momoa. Jesus Christ. And he ran for stupid things John Boyega may have been forced to say.
Everything John said for the last 24 hours or 48 hours has been ridiculous.
Yeah, like his interview. I heard him say it instead of reading it. It's not better. It's not better. In context of what he said, it's not better. Like he literally blamed the entire fan base for his part in Star Wars. I didn't direct the fucking movie. Did you direct the movie?
No.
Chat, did you direct the movie?
But I know John said yes to the port, and I know John collected the check.
That's correct.
He
John got the part,
He cashed the check.
took the check 3 times.
Right.
Right.
It's all white people shit anyway, right? It's all that's basically what he said. It's all white people shit.
Yeah, it was just so stupid. He's like, they just sprinkle us in, and he's like, and then
sprinkled in like chocolate chips on a cookie.
On a cookie, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And then what I thought was the funniest thing about it was, he's like, if you're like the Star Wars fans are like, well, yeah, I like Lando and I like Samuel L. Jackson. I'm like, well, who else would I talk about? If you're talking about black actors in Star Wars, that would be the two, and we love them, right? So
we didn't love them; they are beloved.
Yeah, well, they're beloved. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, we like them. So why are you hating on us? I don't understand. It makes no sense to me. I didn't write the script. I didn't direct the film. I watched your movies, and I said that with thousands and millions of other people were like, what the fuck did they do to that character? We were so excited when they first showed the first thing. We popped up, and we were like, oh, this is interesting, right? We weren't like, oh, a black man. Like, wait, nobody did that.
Nobody said that.
Nobody did that.
Even better, when he read the script and it said dance around like a monkey instead of a plastic bubble, and you said yes.
Yeah. No rewrites. No rewrites. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I'm gonna do slapstick humor. I'm gonna dance around inside of a plastic bag, and that good.
It's like what a fucking moron. John Boyega right here. Kingard says John Boyega moron. People wanted more of his character. Force Awakens marked as though as he led and then still watched it. We wanted that character. We were like, this is badass, right? This is where could they go with this? Well, they made him a janitor, right? They made him a janitor. He's a janitor, and he was the comedy relief. And then he had the audacity to bring in Kelly Marie Tran in there and said because.
What we did to her.
What
we
did to her. Yeah. Like what kind of ridiculousness is this? Okay. All right, let's go to the next question. Next one is what do you think the most influential video game of all time? Okay, Bafstra has the answer. I don't know this answer.
Influential?
What's the most influential game of all time? Well, let's see.
I mean,
there hasn't been kids running around trying to hit bricks with their heads, so it can't be Mario, right? Most influential game. There's not people
of all time.
Of all time.
That's crazy.
Do you have this answer?
Come on, bro. Is it
the answer?
Yeah. Is there an answer to this?
BAFTA has the answer. Okay.
We can't trust BAFTA, bro. Most influential. It's probably going to be something stupid like Animal Farm.
I got it. No, I know what it is.
Is it
because
Fortnite?
The movie's out? It's got to be Minecraft. It's got to be Minecraft.
I'll say Fortnite.
I'm going to say Minecraft. What is it? What is it, Krebsy? I guarantee you it's Minecraft.
Shamu. Okay.
Shinmu?
I'll look it up.
That was the most influential game?
I mean, maybe.
Okay.
This is why you can't trust BAFTA.
Like, influential. Like, there was laws put in place because of Grand Theft Auto.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Like,
there were actual laws passed.
Like, our government put laws in place because of stuff like that. Like, what are we talking about?
Can you imagine what's going to happen when GTA 6 rolls out?
Yeah. What are we talking about? Right? Influential. Microtransactions because of Battlefront 2. That also took laws and preventions to stop people. So I don't know. I don't know. All right, let's go to the next one. Krebsy says, is Sarge for RuneScape? No, I don't think Sarge ever played RuneScape. You ever play RuneScape, Sarge?
Give it to me any second. I see it in my head.
Give it to you? If you don't know what RuneScape is?
I don't remember what it is.
Oh,
I don't remember what it is.
Like you just answered it. If you don't know what RuneScape is, then you didn't play it.
I might have played it. I don't.
No,
remember.
You played Ultima. You played Evercrack. You played World of Warcraft. You would know if you played RuneScape, Sarge.
I played a lot of games, bro. I know you think I remember.
All right, hold on. Let me show you. Hold on. Let me get the game for you.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah, this is right here. Hold on. I'll show you what it is, Sarge. Hold on. Oh, come on. I'll find it for you. I'll show you. I'll show you.
I'll go on to the next question.
Well, you can. Go ahead.
Oh, comments. I'm looking for cues. How do I know what's picked already?
It's the top one.
The top one.
Just read it. It's Sarge for RuneScape. Don't worry. I got it.
I'm looking.
I got it. There's the next one.
I'm looking.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a crunch? What? That's a Tootsie Pop? That's
Of a
Tootsie
crunch.
Pop?
No, he said a crunch of a crunch bar. For me, like 4.
All right, Sarge. Here's RuneScape. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's RuneScape.
Say what a crunch bar. Right?
That's RuneScape. Did you ever play it?
That's not RuneScape.
Well, then what's RuneScape, Sarge?
It sounds like an RPG that's old.
It's an MMO. It's an MMO.
This is not RuneScape.
I know it's not RuneScape. I just wanted to see. I was just testing you. I was testing you, Sarge. I was
A fucking line on the screen is testing me. What is this, a Horseshack test? The fuck are we talking about?
I was just testing you. This is RuneScape right here. Okay.
Aha, got you again. It's not RuneScape. Lying sack of shit.
Here's RuneScape.
I know this. Never played it though. I know this, but I didn't play it.
This is old. This is old school RuneScape.
Yeah, I know this, but I never played it.
Okay.
Like the when games started to advance a little bit, the ones I played were on the Commodore 64. They were Mail Order Monsters, Impossible Mission, the Cinemaware series. It Came from the Desert, Rocketeer or Rocket Man, or is it Rocketeer? There was like a series of Wings of War, which is a World War II game or World War One game from Cinemaware. There was a whole line of games from Cinemaware. Mail Order Monsters. I played a lot, dude. I've been playing games since I was fucking 5.
I know, I'm your brother.
So, yeah, I might take me to remember. Like the list of games between Atari 2600, ColecoVision, and Television. Before we even get to Nintendo, then Nintendo started. I mean, my brain had blown up here. Like we were so thankful. We were so thankful for Blockbuster. Let's put it that way.
They have a new game coming out. Dragon Wild, I think it's called. It's the people that made RuneScape. They're coming out with another MMO type of game. Okay. Next question is Altern says, if Ultimate Alliance 4 comes to Switch 2, are you ready to pay $120 for a standard edition?
No.
It would have to look pretty good, and I'll be honest. If it looks good, I would buy a Switch because of that game. But hopefully, if it does come out, I wouldn't. Hopefully, it's for other platforms. But $120 though, that's steep, man. That's steep. Bundled maybe, used copy. I waited a while before I bought the Ultimate Alliance 3 when it came out. So it hurt me when I paid full price for that, like a year and a half later. Sarge doesn't play it, so he's not going to care about that. Next one is, what is your favorite Val Kilmer film? Let's see. I think I'm going to have to go with Tombstone. I think Tombstone.
I'll be honest. I like this character in The Saint a lot.
Oh, Saint's good.
I really enjoyed The Saint.
I also like. See, I like stupid films. Like
Kiss Bang Bang was good too, though.
Kiss Bang Bang was
hard.
good. Real
it's
Genius.
Hard,
Real Genius was.
Well, that's when he was still a kid, right?
Yeah,
So,
when he was younger. Yeah.
Top Secret, same thing.
Yep. I mean, The Doors. That was also another great movie.
The Doors. Yeah.
He did a great fucking job in the Doors.
Absolute great Doors.
Yeah, it's hard. I'll say Tombstone. Tombstone. I would say that.
I'll go with The Doors now that I'm thinking about it. That was a great movie.
Yeah. Kingard says, is it just exclusives with those prices, or is it all games on Switch 2? If all, do we think those same games that are the other platforms will immediately price match? Well, no, it's they still have $70. They still have $70 games. Like the new Donkey Kong Bonanza, whatever's coming out, is $70. Mario Kart, I'm assuming they're premium games. So like Mario Kart, Zelda, like all their like major first party titles, I think will be $80, $90 physical. And I think for like, they didn't show this, but if the Donkey Kong Bonanza's physical copy, it's probably 70, 80. And then, the other one's 80, 90. And to answer the second part of your question, if it is third-party games, then yes, I think they would match the price, because it's just like I said earlier. Well, about if there was a tariff, the physical copy, they would have to price match it, because you don't want a third party game if it's $60 on this platform and then all of a sudden it's $80 on this platform. They're not going to bring this down, right? They would keep this at 80 and then raise these prices up to those, which would be kind of stupid. But so that's why I don't think it's on the third party games. I think it's mostly on their first party premium games.
The issue is going to be that box stores will have deals where you can get like the hardware on sale, but you can't do any more games on sale from box stores because you can only get it from the manufacturer now. That's the issue. Software is direct from manufacturer now. You don't, a box store can't undercut, like use other products in the store to undercut the game price, so they sell the game price on sale, right?
Right.
You don't have that anymore.
Real quick, they were saying some names. They said Top Gun, Wonderland, Top Secret. I like Willow. So there you go.
So many good ones, dude.
Yeah, he's good. He was a great actor. I did a little
montage
piece on him, like a little tribute, but I got dinged for it, so I had to remove it. So I was just like, whatever, because I showed it was the Tombstone scene. They hit me for the Tombstone scene.
Just that one, huh?
Just that out of the whole video.
That's the only one they care about.
Yeah. Krebsy says, do you think people should get the Portal for $200, sub to PlayStation Plus Premium, and get access to 1.5 thousand games over Switch 2? I mean, that would be the smartest thing to do, right?
I mean, if you're up on the tech stuff,
unless you're a brokey,
and that's the way you can circumvent it, I would say, yeah, go for it.
Right. Unless you're a brokey.
Unless you're brokey.
Right? Because that would be the
I'm better than you because I got the Nike Air Jordans, bitch.
Yeah, I would say that is the much better way to go about it. I mean, look, Dupless, I think, said it earlier in the stream. The rise of piracy will go up because those people weren't going to buy your games anyway.
I can definitely see piracy happening on Nintendo now. I can see someone cracking the games, especially since they say the physicals are digital. I'm definitely seeing someone crack it.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely, for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
And of course, they're going to sue the shit out of them, but it won't matter.
Eric says, do you think that it might be better to invest in Steam Deck over Switch 2 for the dockable handheld portable solution? I would hold off. Like if you're burning a hole in your pocket right now for a handheld, I would hold off until the summer, because one, potentially Asus is coming out with their new one with Xbox/Steam if it's on there. Okay. Steam Deck 2 might be in the works or whatever. So there's a lot more handhelds coming. I would hold off. But yeah, I would say it's if you're burning a hole in your pocket, Steam Deck would be over the Switch 2. But if you already have a bunch of games on your Steam, then yeah, get a Steam Deck. If you're starting from scratch and you don't have any Nintendo games and you have no Steam games, I would still go Steam, because games are cheaper over there. There's way more library that you can pick from, and you don't have to pay for the premium price. But again, I'm a brokey.
Or the online.
Yeah, right. So, but that's where I would go. Let's see here. Dupless has one more. He's asking for going to see. I think it's Friday Night at Freddy's 2 movie. No, I didn't even. I've never played the game. Dupless. I've never played the game. Never watched the movie. I don't care about it at all. So no, I'm not going to see it.
No.
Let's see. Anybody else? I think that's it. All right. That's going to do it for Generation X Gaming, the weekly podcast that goes over a few of the top stories of the past week, and we rant along the way. Appreciate you very much. Episode 435 is in the can. We appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you'd like to watch us after the fact, you can watch us right here on 30NSG, or you can watch us over on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Anchor.fm, or you can listen to us anywhere a podcast is heard from. We'll be back next Thursday. I'm probably going to do a stream tomorrow, guys. I might do a test stream with the other software. I don't know if I'll play a game, but I might go live for a little bit. We'll just bullshit and talk about stuff. I want to test out that other software a little bit more before we start using it. So I might stream a little bit, probably maybe start around like 11 o'clock or so, stay on for like an hour or two. So maybe I'll see some of you guys there. If not, I'll see you guys next week, starting Monday on the Daily Grind in the morning show. If you guys don't know about the Daily Grind, we do that show Monday through Thursday from 10 o'clock in the morning till noon Eastern. Appreciate it very much, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Game on, guys.
Retro the now and here. Gaming tales you need to hear. Laugh and shout and sometimes sneer. Memories from all those years. Console wars and secret tips. Tips and tricks from pixel trips. News that pours from gaming sips. Critical minds and candid lips. And Generation X